Go figure. Ooh, what's up? You know, I should have turned on the fan. And my hat is just everywhere. Oh, it's gonna be a good time. What's up, everybody? It's time for probably the last Potionomics stream. He says, hopefully. I've played this game a lot. We've done a lot with this game. Slept all day today. And we have a few things to go over, a few things to do. This is actually terrifying. I want you all to know. What is about to happen is just outright panic for the most part. This will give us 10, so that's fine. Okay, so we've been playing this game pretty well this entire time. We've been using a guide which should be linked in the descriptions for the VODs here, hopefully soon if it hasn't already. I just want to make sure I give people proper credit. And we've been doing pretty good until I found out that we've been playing this game wrong this entire time. Not entirely, but like mostly. So I'm going to do my best to explain what we've done wrong. Is it salvageable? And if so, what do we do? So I'm going to go over here, pull up my copies of my spreadsheets. Okay, so let me break this down. Actually, first let's save. We're actually going to save up here because I don't think we're going to be messing with these too much. So, out of all of the achievements left, we are missing very few. We're missing Beat Robin and Beat the Game, which is the same thing. Max relationship with a character, 3 characters, 7 characters, 10 characters, and getting all tier 6 potions. It's also hot as fuck. Turn on a fan. Hold on a sec. Pajama pants away. Anyway. Ooh. Also, my beanie is just falling down a lot today. All right. So, the big worry. So, there's 2 potions we haven't maxed out yet. We haven't maxed the Seeking Enhancer, and we haven't maxed the Silence Cure. We'll be doing that shortly. So, don't worry about those. But the big thing is maxing out all the relationships with all of the characters. I didn't realize Oswald's 5, but good for you. Quinn's at 9, Muktuk's at 9, Saffron's at 8, Luna's at 7, Roxanne's at 8, Saltpepper's at 7, Baptista's at 9, Mint's at 8, Corsek's at 6, Thid is at 7. So, what are we doing? What have we done wrong this entire time? Well, for Potionomics fans who probably watched the streams up until this point, which I appreciate if you have, you may have noticed about the gifts that we've been giving have been the lowest quality. Now, I, for some reason, even though I'm privy to games, I like to think I'm privy to games, I never pieced together the entire time that we were playing that the quality of ingredient that is given as a gift matters. So like this one's epic. This one's rare. This one's uncommon, and this one's common. It explains why Baptiste has been a lot faster than others is because I've been giving him good ingredients or good gifts. Everyone else has been getting trash. Except for, I think, Roxanne. Yeah. So, doing all the math, if I were to continue giving just the gifts we've been giving, we would not beat this game. I would have to do another run. However, because I've been so good with time, and because I've been so good with how I've been doing things, we actually should be able to do this all properly. So, We don't have what we need yet, so we're going to travel, and we're going to be giving everybody essentially their best stuff. Quinn is going to be making a lot of money. Now, I did test this off stream, so I do know that it is a thing. So you like flowers. Do I have any epic flowers to give you? This, yes. So even though it just shows 2, it actually gives like about 8 points, which is a lot. As long as I hang out with Corsac, we should be fine. Like, Corsac is the only one that we might not get to, but I think we should be okay. Anyway, Sid did amazing and got a whole bunch of really good stuff that should be used, more or less. We'll see. This is insane. Oh, wow. Just also making sure that nothing's dying. Oh, that's right. What I'm supposed to do. Fix. There we go. Should help what we're doing. All right. So let us get these remaining ones here. So we got Mana Prism. I still need to check for ingredients just so that way we can see about getting the last 2 things done. Mass Grave Enoki. That's not good. The Enokis are not that good. So we'll see how this goes, but right now not looking too good. Lich's Femur actually might be pretty good. We don't know. Black Gold Ore. Venomous Witch Trap. We might also go to the cats again. We'll have to see. And then the last one, Nuclear Shadow. Alright. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. For you, you like bugs, but I don't think I have any, like... So what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna go to Quinn real quick. Not only expand things, but we'll go from there. Alright, it's finished loading. Let's see if we can make what we need to make. With those, I'm looking. Seeking Enhancer is still no. Silence Cure is also still no. Unfortunate. We're still looking though. We're still looking. I would like... Well, here's the thing. We're gonna have to look for... Okay. So that's slime. So we could buy one of those, and that way we can give it to whoever likes slime. Yeah, we're looking for blue. Luckily, fungus? Does anyone like fungus? Currently I show no. That sucks. Pure mana though, we do want pure mana every single time. So buying those is gonna be important. Fruit is really good. We'll take those. And we have more than enough money, so we could just buy this from Quinn every single time. Flower's really good. That would be good for Corsac. Plant's really good. Another plant, and I know 2 people who like plants. Three people who like plants. That's pretty good. Pure mana, we do want every time. That's a fruit. That's a very, very expensive fruit. Does anyone but Luna like fruit? No. Alright, cool. That's fine. So for you, I know you like slime. So here you go. Alright, it's gonna be a bit for you. So everybody that we don't have is gonna get mana. And that's how we're gonna do it. Also, I can finish my food. Ellie made us chicken pot pie. Now, Mint likes plants. Just wanted to double check that. A girl does like plants. We have so much Death's Embrace. Holy shit. Take it. So Mint will be the first one that we can hang out with. I do want to hang out with her immediately. It's actually better to hang out with people like immediately than wait right now. Let us go to... One of these has what I need. I think this gets her to 9, which is really good. I'm putting on a brave face, Sylvia, but I've been struggling. You know, it takes a lot to phase me. I always say, when the going gets tough, the tough shrug it off. Unfazed. Remove a random debuff from Sylvia. It's not terrible. Words to live by. They might be, but lately, I'm having trouble putting these words into action. I don't really want to be here right now. Can we bail? What's wrong with Mint being a hero? Girl wants to be a hero, and now she don't want to be there? What's wrong with our girl? Now I'm in my element. I can't believe I haven't brought you out here already. And hey, 2 sets of eyes are better than 1, so maybe we could multitask. There's a particularly vicious stalking celery on the loose. Stalking celery? Yeah, you know, like celery, but toothier. This one's going around and biting the heads off of cute little pixies. We think it must be rabid. Okay, vegetables can hurt. Good to know. No sooner does Mint finish describing her quarry that Sylvia catches sight of something moving through the underbush. It's small and green with an elongated stalk body, a mass of lush leaves atop its head, and rows of vicious-looking teeth jutting from a gash-like mouth. She has only seconds to act. I've got it. One side, Mint. Dang, look at you! Sylvia pushes past Mint and launches herself into the bushes. What a rush. Unfortunately, the celery is quick, and Sylvia has had very little practice launching herself into bushes. Her prey slips away, and she has to rely on Mint to lift her off the shrubs. Those are some impressive reflexes, Sylvia. I admire your boldness. I didn't quite stick the landing. Sometimes you have to leap before you look. After all, I'm here to catch you, right? Let's keep looking. Whoever nabs that thing gets a reward, and scores points at the guild. I could use a win. My quest took a turn for the worst. What happened? I found another artifact, a cloak this time. The Cloak of Whispers. Ooh, sounds spooky. Talking vestments are always a little spooky. The cloak is supposed to boost your stealth. When you put the hood up, it whispers secrets into your ear. Stuff like the location of nearby enemies and secret doors. But when I wore it, Sylvia, it was so mean. They told me that I don't belong in the guild, that I'm not good enough. That's obviously not true. True or not, it's a super rude thing to say. So, I may have set it on fire, burned the stupid thing to ash. Good for you. But I still hear it's a voice in my ear telling me Baptiste took me in out of pity, telling me it's only a matter of time before people realize how little I've accomplished. Mint, that's... Wait, hold that thought. Did you see? I'm sure I saw the celery. It's right over there. Wait, are you alright? I think we should talk about this. But I have to get the monster. If I miss this chance... Ugh, I'm deflecting, aren't I? That's so me, running off to find a monster rather than face what's right in front of me. You're right, Sylvia. I'm feeling low, and I should take a minute to process that. We'll catch up to that celery eventually. In fact, I can mark my map with our sightings. One of the guild's trackers will be able to find the creature's lair from here. Then won't the tracker get all the glory? Maybe, but almost forgot. It's not about who gets the credit. It's about getting the job done. That's still a win, right? We can chat more while we head back. The sooner we send a hunter out here, the better. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want any more dead pixies on my conscience. Mina's so eager to level up, and she's putting in the hours. At this point, I think her fixation on finding a legendary weapon is actually holding her back. Can I find a way to help her move forward? 2 speed potions. Yeah, everyone needs their required potions to get to rank 10. So we should be seeing everyone's rank 10 today, assuming I'm smart. I could not be, but we'll see. Do I have 2 speed potions is the question. Yes. Yes, I do. All right, cool. Moving on. I'm checking all my stuff right now. It's foreboding. The quest was a success. Oh yeah, we got these. Ooh, this might give us the edge. This might give us the edge. Light roach. I don't know. Like this could give us the edge to get the last things we need. Lethal injection eel. And we got so lucky because we got a mana vortex, which I think is better than what we currently have. There's also a mana singularity. That's kind of funny. Are any of these are all bad, right? Yeah. Send Fandle's okay. But I think this might give us the boost we need. I think I'm just going to give you mana. We'll get there. I mean, I'm going to get all these just because, like, maybe they might be useful. Never hurts. Never hurts, never hurts. All right. I think I let it go for a while, so let's see. Seeking Enhancer still a no. Silence Cure's also a no. I wonder if I might have to make it myself. Well, let's give you more mana. Roxanne should level up from this, from what I recall. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have to start these potions tomorrow. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to just try to make them the best I can. C, D, and E. B, C, and E. Might just have to make them as like many ingredients as I possibly can. C, D, and E, and B, C, D. So we might have to do some buying. That should be fine. Roxanne, let's hang out with you. Let's hang out with the lovely Roxanne. Also for our study session, I've got the flashcards. I've got the snacks, although I'm afraid you'll have to sign a waiver first. Some of these snacks peppers are hot enough to scald your tongue. I can handle you, can I? I'm obviously not afraid of getting burned. Sylvia, you're speaking my language at last. Unfortunately, we got to get ready for that exam, and studying tends to kill the mood. Does it? Because that sounds like a challenge to me. Sylvia begins quizzing Roxanne with a set of flashcards. Roxanne seems to think that every time she gets an answer wrong, she should remove an article of clothing. Not that I'm complaining, but... fair. I'm not sure this is how studying works. Sure it is. Why don't you think they call it flashcards? Besides, I don't really need to study. This was just a ploy to get you alone. I already know I'm going to ace this exam. There's no doubt about that. Well, that's a bit ominous. I've had enough, Sylvia. For too long, I've languished on the surface world, shackled by the rules of polite society. Your tender affections have made this place bearable, but still, I suffered. Oh, have I suffered. Now at last, I have the upper hand. I forgot how much you enjoyed playing the villain. It's positively thrilling, but I'm not just role-playing here. I've got gossip. Hot, juicy, damaging gossip. The sort of person might pay to make go away. Wait. You're talking about... blackmail. Is this about my snoring? Because I'm not that embarrassed. Dear thing, no. I wouldn't dream of fleecing you. I mean, what would I even get out of you? Loose change and pocket lint? Ha ha. Listen, I didn't go looking for trouble, not this time, but I was naturally curious about the identity of the man who will be proctoring my exam. I thought I'd wear his favorite perfume, perhaps, or the colors of his favorite sports team. Just a little something to nudge his perception of me in a positive direction. I'm not sure that would help with the totally objective multiple choice test, but okay. Imagine my surprise, however, when I realized I recognized the man. I'd seen him once before, among the revelers at a pirate jamboree. It must have made quite an impression. You could say that. He was thrown overboard midway through the party, in fact, after he was caught pawning through a litter box. Some people claimed he'd simply dropped his keys, others believed he was deep in his cups and looking for buried doubloons. The outcome was the same. His actions were declared an irredeemable party foul, and he was forced to walk the plank before he could stink up the place. I'm pretty sure the kitty litter already did that, Roxanne, but that's fine. I photoglyphed the whole thing. I can't imagine you want those images to be posted anywhere. All this to say, I have a trump card, and now I only have to decide whether to use it. Yeah, you're better than this. Roxanne, blackmail is cheating, and you're brilliant, so why resort to cheating? Well, the flattery is welcome. As for the moralizing, curse it. If I'm honest, I was hoping you'd hate this plan. Lately, I've grown increasingly uncomfortable with shortcuts. That's due in no small part to your influence. More than once, when faced with a moral conundrum, I found myself asking, what would Sylvia think? Sounds like you're developing a conscience, you know, the right thing to do. It's just easier for you to do it when you could blame it on me. A conscience and a psychoanalyst all in one, eh? You're a perfectly rotten influence, Sylvia. And by that you mean I'm a good influence? Call it what you like. It's aggravating. You have such an innocent demeanor. You certainly know how to deploy your charm to get what you want. Turn that magnetic sway onto your customers. I think you'll like the results. Magnetism. Raised interest by 15. Applied charm. Temporary increases price of potion by 15. That's pretty good, honestly. Too late, but pretty good. Thanks. Now should we go back to studying? Perhaps later. I have some machinations to ponder. It's much easier to be wicked when you're not around. Roxanne's struggling to walk the straight and narrow. I should find a way to show support for her new lease on life. Curse, cure, and radiation tonic. Sure. That's fine. Roxanne's also at 9. Everyone else is like, it's getting close. We're getting close here. I think Luna's the next one that gets up. Either Luna or Saffron were the other ones that get up increase here. One of these is amazing. Is it you? It is you. Luna. I think hanging out with everybody bit by bit, though, is probably a good idea. There's a plant. Saffron should be increased. Yep. Okay. So this is another one for Saffron. We have a lot of people at 9. Once again, this is going to get down to the wire. And if worse comes to worse, I can just reload day 37 and we can make it. But I'm almost out of material for my pipe. I'll go out on a limb and guess you don't buy your tobacco at the marketplace. This actually isn't tobacco at all. Just a soothing blend of flower petals and witch bramble. No wonder it smells so floral. Let me show you how I do it. Saffron pushes aside some foliage to reveal a small workstation. Among the tools on display, Sylvia recognizes a mortar and pestle and a small fermenter. Until recently, I reused old jars for fermentation, but Muktuk's craftsmanship is second to none. I'm sure he's told you so himself. You want to take a spin with the pestle while I cycle out the fermenter? Make it nice and fine. Dried fairy flowers hang from a line that runs between tree branches. Saffron reaches up and plucks a few petals. She places the brittle petals and the pinch of bramble vine into the mortar, which she then hands to Sylvia. Sylvia gets to work grinding materials down. The repetitive motion and the sound of clinking pestle lure her into a peaceful haze. It's kind of relaxing, isn't it? Small work with the hands can be meditative, particularly if they aren't the type to enjoy sit still. And you both know you don't like being idle. The smell is soothing, too. Maybe I should take a puff from your pipe. Oh, I'm not sure that's a good idea, even if it isn't tobacco. The smoke isn't good for your lungs. Smoking's not good. Ever. I know that might sound hypocritical of me, but as a Fey being, I have less to worry about. Humans are fragile, and I like to keep you in one piece. Thanks for looking out for me. You're a good influence. I'm glad you didn't take offense. If I'm honest, this touches on a topic I've been dwelling on lately. Not sure how exactly to put this. Not to be a total mimic, but remember to breathe. That's right, of course that's right. Managing stress brings serenity of mind, or vice versa. Draw 5 cards, can only be played if stress level is less than 20%. Damn, that's really good. See, you've taught me a lot. I'm glad about that. I'm glad for the reminder that I can speak openly with you. Here's what has me troubled. You're human, Sylvia, and I'm not. My lifespan is longer than yours. My body is more resilient. I'm not immortal by any means, but chances are I'll still be here when you're gone. Given my history, I'm sure you can imagine how that makes me feel. The good stuff is worth some hurt. I mean, what's the alternative? You said you don't want to hide away, then that means take the good and the bad as it comes. That's certainly wise. It's hard to argue that I would be better off on feeling it alone. I was content in my solitude these last years, but now that I know what I was missing, there's no going back. So I'm not suggesting that we should stop spending time together. Not at all. That's a relief. Hey, I'm not one for drama. You know that. I'm only trying to be honest about my fears. And if I'm overprotective at times, or if I ever seem like I'm trying to push you away, I hope you at least know where I'm coming from. Not a place of callousness. Quite the opposite. I know you care about me. Good. Don't forget it. Please be patient with me, Sylvia. It's an adjustment for me. It might take me some time to get used to it. I want Saffron to understand that I'm not expecting her to move at anyone's pace but her own. Words don't seem sufficient, so how about a meaningful gesture? A fire and ice tonic? Okay. Sure. What up, Blossie? How you doing? I don't understand why that was what we just did, but that's fine, I guess. All right, time for Muck Talk. Slime said that if I don't max Muck Talk during this first run, that he'll never talk to me again. So we have to max out the Muck Talk. Okay. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to buy ingredients for the first time ever. Well, in quite some time, at least. I want to see what has the most Magimins that we can maybe turn into, like, a decent potion. So CDE is what we're looking for. So if I go to the shop, we're going to go most Magimins. And I think D is kind of what I'm looking for, because it requires the most. So let's see if there's anything that's like E, but also we're looking for C and E. So if there's multiple, it's something we do want to get. So far, nothing. C and D, but that's the inverse. C, D, and E. This one right here. E is low, though. But I might be able to make good use out of it. If I do 4 of these... So here's what I'm thinking. I'm doing 4 of those. I have a few of those. I have a few of those already, so we should be okay. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go to E and see if there's... Okay, the dragon pheromones, that's good. We'll take 4 of those. And then I should have a lot of stuff that is just C. So I just want to find something that's like just D, and that's the watermelon, which we have enough of. So I think we have honestly, I think we probably have enough for both. It's just not what we're preferring. That's fine. Okay. So now it's time to hope that we can raise everyone up. So reading online, people were like, hanging out with people is not worth it ever. And I'm like, that's a lie. So we're going to hang out with everybody that we need to for 1. I think Sid and Corsac are going to be the 2 biggest ones that we're going to hang out with once. Just to see if it, like, just so we can raise them, like, little bit by little bit. So this is going to be our first, this is our first 2, is what I'm doing. Because we have very little time to really mess around here, so. All right, that's everything. Don't need anything else. We're gonna go back. All right, this is the first day. This is gonna be scary, but. Oswald, you'll never get credit. I'm sorry. All right. Cutscene first. What do we got? Okay. So, gardening is good because we will get at least multiple of these. And once we max it out, we should be fine. I Since they're blue, since they're epics, we should be okay. All right, let's see. Well, let's do our custom orders. We got 2 speed potions for Mint. We have a curse tonic and a radiation tonic for Roxanne. And we got some good tonics there. Those are terrible. Cool. All right, we are going to brew. We're going to see what we can. If we could, we just need to make a single masterwork potion. That's really all we need. So I'm thinking. 5, 6. So I think we do 6 there. It's not like a perfect 1-to-1. I can increase this just by a little bit, and there we go. Masterwork Seeking. Enhancer, and that's perfect for what we need. We are never going to be using these ever, so like let's just go like this. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. So that's one of them. And then the only other one is the B, C, and E. Do I have anything that does all of them? Nope, nope, nope. Just, nope, out of the door. Okay. Is there something that's C and E, though? So if I do this, and now it all comes down to bees. It comes down to the bees' knees. It's just gotta be B and nothing else, so... This could be huge, this could be not. I think the watermelons are probably what I'm looking for. This isn't bad. Chance of losing a star. I need something that's huge. Would this do enough? Chance of losing a star, but that's still masterwork? I think that's perfect. You know what? We take it. We take these. We take these. We actually do take these. I'm stoked. Oh, I was dropping a little frames. You know what? I think that's probably what's... Oh, God. Don't drop it. Let me do this. Mm-hmm. Just resume. I'm just hoping that this doesn't mess anything up. Hopefully. I don't know. With me trying to like record everything, I'm hoping everything's not like dying, but we'll have to wait and see. Right, so those are the last 2 potions that we need. I'm gonna save, and every day we're gonna save on slot 2. Slot 2 and 3, so we're just gonna go back and forth. It's really gonna come down to, will we be able to max out everybody? We don't have to buy any ingredients anymore, we just have to buy gifts for everybody, and that is, for lack of a better term, it. You're always going to want this flower. There should be a Corsac rank up, okay. So we will hang out with Corsac. So go to 7. I'm glad you dropped in on me, Sylvia. Well, thank you, Corsac. That's downright warm. Trying to take your advice to heart, exchanging pleasantries and the like. It's not all that different from how I conduct myself when I'm in a new biome. The more initiative you show, the easier it is to pivot if things don't go your way. Pivot. Gain 2 shield per card played prior to this card on the current turn. I can see the parallels, and looking at the town as its own sort of biome makes a certain amount of sense. It's working out for me anyway. I feel more at ease lately. That said, I wouldn't mind a quick prowl around the forest if you're up for it. Well, how about this weather? Oh, and if you're worried about running into any creatures out here, don't. I'm wearing lycanthrope musk. It'll keep most beasts at bay, although it's supposed to have the opposite effect on women. I've created a monster, haven't I? Be careful now. It's a fine line between smooth and smarmy, and that's advanced stuff. I trust we'll get it to it soon enough. You're agreeable company, Sylvia. I know that under the best of circumstances I could be a hard man to get to know. We certainly did not start under the best of circumstances. I'm sorry I went after your business like I did, and I'm very grateful that you chose not to bear a grudge. Oh, I've got a grudge, all right. The fact that I keep dropping in for small talk, and it's all part of my grand revenge scheme. I recognize that you're joking, not at least because the best revenge would have been to just leave me be. There's a certain irony to my situation. I'm never lonely in the wilderness. I'm perfectly at ease in my own company, or in the company of animals. Squirrels excluded, obviously. But as soon as I'm around people, all I can see is how different I am, and how poorly I fit into the spaces I'm meant to occupy. Yeah, we're all lonely sometimes. It's just part of being human. But at the very least, I intend to keep your social calendar very full. I've noticed, and I'm happy for it. Whatever else happens, I know I've got one true friend, and that's not a small thing. Not a small thing at all. Yaww. He's growing. I'm scared. I'm gonna always be scared. We're making progress. We're making oh, hi. Oh my lord! Hanging out with Sid was the greatest thing we ever did. Alright, cool. Sid is now gonna be 8. Let's go. Rank up with Sid. Well, we could do it. I scream, you scream, we all scream for frozen yogurt. Huh. It's not quite as catchy as it should be. What's up? Sure. Thank you.
What'd you think, though?
Really good.
It's a little different, but like...
I mean, I'm not a big fan of chicken pot pie at all. Like, I actually never...
Oh, really?
I've just never had any good ones, but this, I think, is the first good one I've ever had. Not quite as quetchy as it should be, is it? I guess you could workshop it? Nuh-uh, sounds like work. And today's anything about anything but. Sylvia's familiar with the ice cream vendor, enough to notice that something is unusual. This place is usually a lot busier. Well, about that. I sort of rented the place out. Whoa, really? You could do that? What can I say? Sometimes being a celebrity has its perks. We got the run of the place for a couple hours, and I humbly suggest that we use this time to eat as much frozen yogurt as humanly possible. Why not ice cream? Rookie mistake, Sil. With ice cream, you pick a flavor and then it sort of is what it is. But with yogurt, you have a huge array of toppings, and therefore a lot more control over the final dessert. Kind of a blank slate, a steady beat on which you overlay a melody of your own making. Just look at our options, Sil. It boggles the mind. Sylvia gazes out upon the available toppings, and you quickly sees that Sid has a point. Colorful confectionaries, fruits and nuts, and candied eyeballs lay spread out before them like a banquet set by sugar-crazed children. It's enticing, and slightly overwhelming. I don't know if I need more decision points in my life. I can help you make good choices. It's all about maximizing your pleasure. Fresh fruit is tasty, but dried fruit is denser, so you can eat more of it. An ectoplasm takes some getting used to, but it won't cause your blood sugar to spike and crash like butterscotch will. Wow, you've really put some thought into this. Yeah, I'm a master of the scales, meaning both musical scales and the yogurt weigh in variety. This is pretty amazing, and so generous of you. I like the idea of doing something nice for you, pal. And, well... might be a little premature, but I'm in the mood to celebrate. You know the song I've been working on? I'm almost done. I'm on track to finish it tonight. There's still some rough spots to iron out, and a few clumsy rhymes, but the first draft is always the hardest part. And the end is in sight. When can I hear it? I'm so curious. That means a lot. I promise I'll share it, once it's fully cooked. I only hope this is the start of a new chapter, that this is just the first of a whole slew of original songs. This is what it's all about. This is why I got into music to begin with. Tell me more. Why exactly did you get into music? Well, this sounds cheesy, but I wanted to make a difference. Okay, that's not the whole story. What I wanted was to be in the spotlight. I always loved being the center of attention. But I also wanted to use the spotlight to enact real change. It's just amazing to me, the power music has to sway hearts. Very true. I wish everyone with a platform thought more carefully about how to use it. Also true. With great stage presence comes great responsibility, right? Only I got totally swept up into the race to be on top. I let myself become a cog in a corporate hit-making machine. I didn't write a single word or share a single original opinion, not for years. No time like the present. Isn't that the truth? The words have been flowing out of me lately. But I still need to write the climax of the song, and it's important to get the tone right. So what do you think? As the hero comes to the end of her trials, should she be pretty confident, or should she worry that she'll fall short right until the very end? Confidence. It's more fun if she's confident. She's come all this way. She's learned to trust in her abilities. Sounds like it all builds to a rousing finale. Okay, that should be the last piece of input I'll need. Now I've just got to iron out that rhyme scheme. Nothing rhymes a coupon, does it? But that's the final treat I had for you today. Let's go. It's never going to get used. A coupon. Soup's on. I'm obviously something. Yet, make no mistake, I couldn't have written this one without you. True. It felt sweet. So far, 2's really good. 2 is really, really good. The good thing is, once we start getting more people, like, fully done, it's gonna, like, we'll start being able to have time to, like, spend, to, like, hang out with more people. It might snowball into something good. The closer we get, the more scared I'm gonna be. Alright. I am still gonna add these to the list of stuff, specifically because, like, who knows, there might be one that's, like, really, really good. In fact, I think the Cyclops skull might be exactly what we needed. Alright, we'll see momentarily. For you... Rank 10 with Baptiste! Let's go! Alright. That is huge. Real quick though, I'm gonna just check. Seeking Enhancer is still bad. Silence Cure is also still bad. It sucks, but I mean it is what it is. Alright, the first time. First level 10. Baptiste is now maxed. He says can I not do this? Just gonna do this. Baptiste is max. Let's go. Sylvia, it is so kind of you to donate those potions. I'm including them as prizes as part of a new Hero of the Month program. And if that goes over well, I'll be buying more from you for future months. I guess it pays to be generous. Well, it certainly got me thinking about how nice it would be to have that sort of control over my own business details. You didn't have to ask anyone's permission to make a donation. You didn't have to justify your decision to your stakeholders. Well, I did get some dirty looks from the owl. But hey, the Hero of the Month program sounds like a good way to boost morale. Oh, that's the barest tip of the iceberg. I'm making some changes around here. Big ones. You see, I realized something. In all of our discussions of how we might make this organization better for the heroes, I was towing the company line. Even when my heart was with the heroes, my head was caught up in a certain way of thinking, an old way of thinking. It's the old ways that are broken. We need new ideas, new paradigms. Hence the big changes you mentioned? That's right, and those big changes start with the dissolution of the guild. Dissolution? You heard me. Effective immediately. The Heroes Guild is no more, and in its place shall rise the Heroes Guild. I just realized that's probably confusing without seeing it spelled out, but there's an apostrophe now. Still confusing. At its heart, it's a simple idea. Rafta's Heroes Guild has always been part of the larger organization, a franchise beholden to the main chapter back home. But this particular chapter is a risky venture by modern standards. The guilds of the mainland are a well-oiled mechanism. Out here, everything is less predictable and more dangerous. So my family feels they've put much more into Rafta's Guild than they've gotten out of it. They've gone so far as to call it a money pit. So, I offered to take it off their hands. So now you're in charge? Yes. And no. I'm writing a new chapter, one that will transform our little clubhouse into a non-profit operation. The value that the heroes generate will be funneled directly back into the organization and into their own pockets. As for the question of who's in charge, if I've learned anything in recent days, it's the limits of my own perspective. We'll be holding elections soon to determine who will join me on a leadership council. By electing and empowering representatives from their own ranks and establishing a system of checks and balances, this is the fucking democracy. The heroes can rest assured that my own personal blind spots won't become systemic blind spots capable of impeding the organization as a whole. So he just went from like the other heroes guilds could be like totalitarianism. Now we're in a monarchy, but now it's like we're in a democracy of some kind with a parliament. He's turned this into an entire political thing. It's kind of funny. Wow, it actually sounds like he did it. He solved all the guild's problems. But not all of our problems. My chambers are still drafty, and the lack of lateral light in the morning is just abysmal. Still, I'm surprised your family agreed to this. Even if the guild isn't as lucrative as they hoped, it's obviously generating revenue. And as unique as Rafta is, there's potential for this chapter to be massively profitable down the line. The truth is, they didn't just hand it over. They are business folk after all. But I was able to convince them that the guild's prospective earnings were somewhat less than the value of my inheritance. So I'm officially out of the will, and my monthly stipend is a thing of the past. Wow. Good for you, Baptiste. Not so good, but also good for you. You mean you're broke now? For the time being, but I still think I came out ahead in this negotiation. This guild is going places, Sylvia, and I and my heroes now stand to benefit directly from the hard work we put into it. Plus, my mother still intends to send regular care packages, so my hair care regimen at least will not suffer in the meantime. Dude has fantastic hair, let's be real. Whew! I feel good about this, Sylvia. It's the start of a whole new way of doing things. A heroes guild that is for the heroes and by the heroes. Hence the apostrophe. Exactly. You see, it's not just a flashy change. That's enough shop talk, surely. Come. Let's make the most of our time. Baptiste leads Sylvia down to the water where they once again have a view of the Kraken skull. He considers it quietly, thoughtfully, as if it were artwork in a museum. Artwork he was sure held some obscure secret significance. Ah, that skull does loom large, doesn't it? As monuments go, it's a little morbid. It's a good reminder of where we've been, and what awaits us at the end. I'm happy that between those points, our two paths converged. Our friendship has been guiding light in my life of late. Truly, I've been stumbling in the dark. You helped me make sense of my new surroundings, and you helped me refine my purpose. You helped me too. It's good of you to say so, and I trust our partnership shall continue to thrive in the years to come. You know, now that I think about it, you're quite fearless, Sylvia. Cool under pressure and honorable, too. The Heroes Guild could use a recruit like you. You must be joking. You know me well, and I'm glad that you do. Thanks ever so much for being the rarest of creatures. A true friend. Aww. Aww. Raise interest by 10, remove all customer buffs. That's pretty good, but that was a sweet scene. Alright, Baptiste has been maxed. We got our first achievement. Hopefully, more to come. We no longer need to give anything to Baptiste. Baptiste will never see you again. Well, except for the end of the game, but that's besides the point. Alright, that's one. Can we get the rest? That's another. That means one less gift I have to give people. The cats are next. Cats are at 8. We're making really good time, honestly. We might be still set to go. Come on, blood brother, let's get out of here. As I go back to my screen, so I make sure I know what to tell the cats. Where to? There's a party at the Heroes Guild. We want to see the place. As buildings go, that guild hall is one fine sea vessel. The fact that it's intact after a Kraken battle tells you those sailors knew what they were doing. And they really showed that old witch a thing or two. Tell me more. Do you remember the day Maven was defeated? Remember? Geez, how old do you think I am? But the Grey Muzzles tell stories of a time when this particular island was totally off limits. Whatever else she was up to, I ain't none to judge, but keeping the riches of this place to herself, that gets my hackles up. Her death was good for business. And no dispute, and although they never found a body or nothing, makes you wonder. I wonder if she's still around. It's not like we've seen somebody who's never spoken this entire time. Anyway, about this party, I can't believe it. Pepper and I weren't exactly invited. But we know, we heard, summon those heroes. Think you could get us in? Alright, get in my knapsack. It'll be tight, but we'll be able to stroll right in. That's one idea, but I figured you could just, open a window. Our cat-like agility would do the rest. Hey, this party's alright. I mean, nothing's on fire, but it's early still. I like the trophies. We could do something like that. We'd have too many. The ship would sink under the weight of all our many triumphs. Salt and pepper are a pure injection of energy into the party. The crowd goes louder and more animated in their vicinity. Next round's on the captain. Huzzah! Sylvia is skeptical about the idea of mixing so much liquor with so much dairy. When the pirates chug, she sips. Sylvia, you're wonderful. I'm so glad you're a blood brotherer. Pepper's drunk. Blood brother. Oh boy, somebody got into the catnip. Sylvia, you ready to go? I could use some help getting the captain back. Also been getting dirty looks since that chandelier came down. Looks like it's my fault it wasn't bolted in better. I could talk to Baptiste, try to smooth things over. I ain't bothered. What's he gonna do? But here, I was gonna give you this coupon anyway. You can always pass it along if you want to mollify it. Drunk Pepper's so funny. I think I'd rather keep it for myself. Now you're talking like a pirate. Sick. Alright, one more. Good things, good things. I'm excited. Hi. Luna. Oh, I need to go grab the... You know what? Fuck it. I have other things. Like, I have this. I could just give this to you. Okay, hold on. Before we hang out with Luna, let's go to the others. It's like before... Hold on. Before we do this, let's go make sure everyone else is good. Saffron... Muktuk and Quinn might be able to get maxed out here relatively soon. That might be really good. Let's see. Muktuk, are you about to be maxed out? Let's go! Slime won't kill me today! Expand... Real quick. Slime bubble. Like, I at least know what I need to get. The Phantom Palm. I mean, I have other things, but... Go buy one of these. I got things that cost more. However, we have so much money that it does not even matter. Mana Prism. And Mana Vortex. Yeah, we good, we chillin'. There's a slime bubble for you. Quinn is not gonna be maxed out, okay. Interesting. So what, we have Luna and Muktuk? I think we go with Luna first. Just because Luna is like further away. Let's hang out with Luna. I'm glad to see you today, even more than usual. This is warm welcomes that keep me coming back. Well, I hope you still feel the way after I ask you for a favor. Tell me something, have you done your finger stretches today? Because I've got 85 birthday cards to sign. And I bet you could forge my signature pretty convincingly. God, is it just like, do moths just have a ton of children? Is that what the whole thing is? Look, I know I've seen everyone's like, wedding suit? Fuck you! Doge is being mean. Hold on, I gotta send somebody after Doge. It's actually just a squiggly line. Luna plops down a stack of 85 birthday cards. They feature an image of a Bay's infamous statue Maven. I bet this brightened your siblings' day. I bet it makes them shriek. I chose this particular image for a reason. Growing up, our parents used Maven as their own personal boogeyman. Luna, you better clean your room, finish your dinner, ace the test, or Maven will come and take you away to our island. It probably blows their minds that I moved to that very island of my own free will. Luna begins gracing each card with a slapdash, but impressively consistent signature. Sylvia commits it to memory, then pitches in. Appreciate the help. We're all from the same clutch, so birthdays can be a lot. Does this mean your birthday's coming up? Not for a couple of months, but the mail to the mainland is so super slow. I don't want these to be late. I usually just work on my birthday, but maybe we could do something fun this year. It's awfully nice to have a friend in town. It makes me happy. I especially like having someone around to help me forget about work for a while. Wait, really? I thought you liked thinking about work. I mean, generally, but my new client, the one I told you about in a vague, mysterious fashion, she's kind of a lot. Ooh, who is it? I promise not to tell anyone. Technically, I'm still bound by an NDA, but I can't name any names. But there are some loopholes in the agreement, and I know you're trustworthy. I'll tell you this much. The client is a celebrity on the mainland. She's royalty, in fact. Do royals need publicists? Do they ever? I mean, if you think about it, their authority sort of relies on selling people a certain image. Noble bloodlines, grace, taste, and wisdom. A self-evident right to rule, royals are constantly selling a narrative. And if word gets out that a certain spoiled princess is ill-suited to choose breakfast, much less the course of a kingdom, well, that's when her subjects start asking uncomfortable questions about the line of succession. Some of them might even go a little coop, if you know what I mean. Sounds like important work. You're basically a kingmaker. Oh, I don't know. Mostly I'm drafting social media posts about what she's eating for breakfast. But if I make it through this trial period, it'll pay well. That's something. You can chop it out. The only way out is through, remember? That's right. You know me. I can handle the stress. And the benefits of the situation potentially outweigh any negatives. To me, there's nothing better than amplifying worthy voices and ideas. I love giving the little guy a platform. But the little guy doesn't tend to have a robust marketing budget. Working with larger clients can be a hassle. But taking their money lets me offer affordable services to smaller clients. As long as I can juggle the demands of my time, I can make everybody happy. That includes my parents. I know I'm not supposed to care what they think. But I can't help caring a little bit, and they were thrilled by this news, Sylvia. Like, seriously, over the moon. They still don't get what a marketer publicist does, but working for a princess, they wrap their heads around that super quick. I see what you mean. I'm happy that your parents are happy for you. Thanks, and just to prove that all the help the little guy stuff is more than just talk, I have a whole new coupon for you. Let's go. It's never gonna get used. Whose ass is being beat? You're talking about Doge. Careful, you'll spoil me. Don't even joke about it. One diva on my client list is more than enough. As far as I'm concerned, you're the only one who deserves the royal treatment. You're awesome, Sylvia, and that's a message I'm happy to promote totally free of charge. I actually have a story. Fun fact. Let me finish eating this, but I wanna... Oh, story. Something I was thinking that I didn't give Mint a gift, but we're good. No. When I used to work for tech, we had a marketing department that one of my good friends that I worked with worked in, and it was so weird because like all the marketing was here's the thing when it comes to marketing. From what I understand, marketing is like you want to get their name out there and you want to like, you know, market it out to the broader like spectrum out there. So that way, like, their products or whatever they're going with sells. But, like, I remember talking to my marketing friend about it because I was just like, oh, you know, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying the marketing gig, all this sort of stuff. And she was really confused because what she thought a lot of it was going to be is, like, getting their name out there with advertisements and, like, SEO and everything. But, like, it was a different package system. And it's why I'm like, man, sometimes it's just better to learn this stuff yourself rather than having somebody else do it. Which I know she didn't say, but but what essentially it was we did lose one, but it's still masterwork and we got all the masterwork potions done. So sick. We're set. Just want to make sure. Like how it's supposed to be 3 stars, but like it's not going to. No, from what she told me, like the lowest package was like, oh, you're gonna get basic marketing, and it like kind of worked with like SEO tools and such, SEO, search engine optimization. What it would do is like get your website showing up more when it came to like Google. But the problem is that what they don't tell you is that SEO, like a basic SEO, was them just essentially getting you to be like maybe page 3 or 4 of Google. Because like you could try to advertise it to be up at the top, but you might notice that like if that was the case, wouldn't everyone be at the top? So you have to be like super specific. So what they would do is just get them to at least page 3 or 4 if they could. And like, unless you put something very specific, their website wouldn't show up as like one of the first things. And it's like, that's not going to help that much. What do you mean? The higher up the tiers go, the more specific, the more like broad stuff would show up, and then it would show. But you're paying like, I think we were paying like a few $1,000s for that. The other thing in their basic package, from what I recall, was being advertised. But when they say being advertised, it was on the company Facebook page. Which is like, how is that gonna help? And it didn't. Like, it doesn't. But that was like the big thing, is like, oh, you're gonna be on the Facebook page. And then of course the higher tiers you go, then there's more marketing that they would do, but never like actual like advertisements or anything. But when I say actual advertisements, I mean like commercials and such. No, all it was just, we'll post you on social media. And by social media, I don't mean your social media, I mean our social media. Unless you get the highest one, then they would make a social media profile for you and have somebody do that. But once again, a few $1,000s. I don't know. Never made too much sense to me. All right. We're going to Quinn first. The reason for that is because I totally forgot to buy the flower. I forgot to buy that. While we're here, let's slime bubble you. Slime bubble. Alright, Quinn can be level 10. Honestly, this is looking really good if that's the fact that we can get to 10 so fast. I think the big one would be, well, that could be told would be like Roxanne or Roxanne and Corsac. Of Corsac, we totally can do it. We can totally do this. Alright. Time for more Corsac. Let's fucking go. Corsac is gonna be 8. Once again, this entire stream is going to be a lot of this until the end. Always good to see you. Forgot how nice it is to have a friend, really. Otherwise, I'd have made this effort sooner. Yeah, it's not half bad, is it? It's especially good to know I have someone I can trust. Someone I can call on in times of need. That's so sweet. I can almost overlook the fact that you're clearly about to ask for a favor. That obvious, huh? Corsac gestures to a box tucked just underneath a seat. Within the box is a bed of straw, a small bowl of seeds. And a bird! It's an angry bird! Sparks, is that you? I'm just kidding. Looks up to Sylvia with... Hold on. I may have snipped the bird and sent the bird to Sparks. I'm like, "Is you?" And Sparks is like, "What?" Looks up at Sylvia with what sure is a glint of malice. Hold on. Now I gotta do... Hold on. I got this. I got this. I got this. Copy. There we go. Is that a pet? Because I think it's against the rules to have a pet in here. Yes, it's against the rules. Nature is the wild creature, Sylvia, and it should be free once I'm finished with it. This is Spoojay, so named for its projectile spit. I'll consider myself warned. People hunt these birds because their stiff feathers make excellent fletching. And hunts tend to kill their quarry. It's easier that way. Easier for the hunters, I mean. It's sort of a bummer for the birds. You found a better way? I have, although it requires an extra set of hands. One of us needs to massage the bird while the other very carefully removes the appropriate feathers. I hate to impose, but you're the best friend I've got. And you're the only one on this whole island who might be willing to help. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to weasel out of this or anything. But haven't you made any friends in the guild? You've been here for a while now. Funny you should mention it. It was a time not too long ago when I'd said I didn't have much in common with anyone here, nor any need to speak common ground. I'm to keep my head down and do my job, and I did just fine on my own. And now? Now, I suppose I develop an interest in socializing. That's your influence. You reminded me that there are benefits to running in a pack. Benefits? Like someone to massage the murder bird. That, sure, but there are intangible benefits too. If you were the only friend I ever had, I would consider myself lucky. But lately I find myself thinking about the companionship of my peers. I watch the ease with which they gather, like rot flies congregating on a carcass, and I envy it. Hard to know where to start, though. I'm sure I haven't come across as approachable here. But I wouldn't compare anyone to a rot fly, not by way of starting a conversation, maybe. But otherwise, the first step to making friends is just to be open to it. So in that sense, you've already made some progress. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'll soon be surrounded by new friends, like a unicorn in heat. I don't think we want unicorns boning people. In the meantime, we should take care of the Spoojay before it calls reinforcements. You know what they say, birds of a feather eviscerate together. What exactly have I signed on for? Don't worry, I got your back. And your hazard pay. Thanks. Hey, I'll take it. Had a feeling. Now, how thick are those gloves of yours? Because you should expect quite a bit of pecking. Fantastic. There's a already deal with the Hwah on the regular. Should be fine. The fact that we got to 8 so fast in 2 days, though, this is good. This is really good. Without a shadow of a doubt, we are going to be able to max this very, very easily. Because Sid should now be... Oh, no, maybe not. Mint definitely will, though. Mint 100% would be. Death's Embrace. That is Mint maxed out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get to Bucktuck and Quinn later, but... So I owe you an apology, and a thank you. Basically, I should probably throw a whole parade in your honor at this point. I mean, because of the speed potions? It was nothing. Just wanted to provide you with an edge out there, an edge that was handcrafted with love, just for you. No legendary weapons required, no thanks necessary. As for the apology, what would you even be sorry for? All the wallowing, self-pity is not a good look on an aspiring hero. Well, I can agree. In the case of an aspiring hero who's accomplished as much as you have. Thanks, but I don't know if I've accomplished all that much yet. Sure you have, think about it. In your quest for an artifact, you forged ahead where other heroes feared to tread. You vanquished monsters, confronted dragons, solved riddles, navigated mazes, and scaled mountains. And have it on good authority that you did all this? While saving a lot of pirates from a lot of trees. Sylvia, I think you're determined to make me blush so hard my head bursts into flames. Can we sneak out of here? I don't want any witnesses around while I combust. Fair point, fair point. The weather is pleasant down by the water, and children frolicking in the surf. But it's obvious to Sylvia that Mint's eyes are drawn to the Kraken skull sitting ominously in the shadows. Dude, everyone likes this Kraken skull. What the hell? Good view on the Kraken skull from here. Yeah, as trophies go, it's hard to beat. Heroes are always comparing trophies, you know. We all want tangible proof of what we have accomplished. That was sort of my whole thing with wanting a legendary weapon. I wanted something I could point to and say, see, I'm worthy. I'm surrounded by people I idolize, Sylvia. The imposter syndrome is real. You might not have found your weapon, but you proved yourself worthy along the way. Right now, hearing you say that, I believe it. will I believe it tomorrow? Will I believe it the next time a monster gets the drop on me? Or I trigger a trap or I oversleep? Believing in yourself is hard. It takes work. Daily active work. Funny. It's easy for me to believe in you. It's about the easiest thing in the world. Sylvia, I don't know what I did to deserve a friend like you. Honestly, you're just the best. I can't promise all my doubts are laid to rest, but I promise I'll try not to be so hard on myself. Instead of chasing validation, I'm going to celebrate the things I know I do well. Hugging, for instance. I'm telling you, Sylvia, I give the best hugs in all the guild. And then if you probably date her, she probably would say kisses. But still, hugging? Really? It's a skill, Sylvia. A skill I've honed over the years to near perfection. Huh, I guess I should be the judge of that, though, right? Bring it in, bud. You're worthy of this. And so am I. Aww. Fortitude. Negates stress received from all sources. That seems killer. Let's go. Well, that's all there is for Mint. Baptista never needed to see you again. Why am I here? All right, cats. Dinner. Roxanne. We got Quinn and Muktuk to also hang out with. Roxanne, not yet. No, we are 100% in this game today. Easy. I'm so excited. In fact, if this next mana, the Saffron, gets her level 10, then we have 3 people level 10 back to back to back to back. Unless I forgot. Unless Quinn isn't, but that's... Oh, Quinn should be good. Let's go! Saffron is level 10. Let's go. So did you get the resistance Sonics? I did. Thank you. I wasn't sure what to use them for. Here, follow my lead. Sylvia takes one of the potions in her hand. She waits until Saffron holds the other. Sylvia stops the bottle. She brews deeply of the potion's vapors. Then she dumps its contents out upon the grass. I don't think I understand. Sort of a symbolic gesture. Let me explain. As you probably know, tonics are popular with heroes because of the protection they can provide against monsters and environmental hazards. But they're only useful under specific circumstances. Being fireproof won't help if you're struck by lightning, for example. I'm with you so far. Well, the way I see it, guarding yourself against heartbreak is sort of similar. A person can keep their guard up, can try to shield herself from every feeling of loss. But that only leaves you vulnerable to isolation, loneliness, which, if you think about it, is just heartbreak by another name. Well, how about that? Here I've been lecturing you on the importance of mindfulness, and you go and show me just how attentive and thoughtful a person can be. I'd say the student has surpassed the teacher, and then some. So then, should I... Go ahead, uncork the bottle, and take a moment to engage your senses. You might catch notes of cedar or cherries, or that slime that grows between a newt's toes. Now, whenever you're ready, show the world you're ready to live dangerously. Saffron contemplates the potion's aroma for a long moment. Then, with a girlish giggle, she turns the bottle upside down. You went for it! I was afraid you'd think it was too wasteful. Wasteful? I'm pretty sure I just made this particular patch of grass frost-resistant. Besides, a moment shared with you can never be considered wasteful. I should have realized from the start, the walls I put up, they never stood a chance against you. I've been known to break down barriers, and also wine glasses. I got big hands. You sure do. And a big heart. When it's in the spirit of big-heartedness, I'd like to show something to you. It's a photoglyph of my adventuring party. I've been carrying it around with me for 20 years now, and all that time I never showed it to anyone. I could hardly look at it myself. I'm ready to look at it again, and I'd like to share it with you. A picture! Look at everybody! It was a walrus, and a saffron, and a bunny hero, and a dog hero, and that's a fish, that's a cat, that's a girl, and maybe a gnome. I don't know. And a bird. Saffron holds the photo so that Sylvia can see it. Despite its age, its edges are sharp. It's been well cared for. Sylvia's eyes immediately land on the image of Saffron. Then her gaze drifts over the other unfamiliar faces. There they are, just as I remember them. Loremaster Laurent with his tusk in a book, Sugar the scallywag, and bugging for the camera. Look at Shaylee's eyes. You see that fierceness? She was our healer, but she fought as hard as any of us. And there's Silky the Swordmaster, our four-armed father figure. He thought only of keeping us safe. I don't think the... Oh no, that there are definitely four arms. I wish you could have known them. I wish so too. But maybe in a way you could still get to know them. Through me. I'll share their stories. It's better than locking them away. It might hurt, but I know now that I don't have to be alone with that hurt. You don't. I'm here for you. That means more than I can say. Your friendship and your faith are great sources of comfort and of strength. And hey, you're fun to be around too. We do have fun, don't we? It's easy to have faith in you. You're stronger than you think. You know? I think you're right about that. But no one's strong all the time, and it helps to know when I'm feeling weak. I've got your back, after all. That's what hugs are for. Aww. I like how you hug them. What up, Soups? Pretty sure my bathroom is haunted and it hates my coconut vanilla body wash. That's weird. Why does your bathroom hate that body wash? That sounds good. I like how we're just hugging everybody and then there's one person where you're going to kiss. But that's later. Discard all stress cards from your hand. Fix their trigger. Decrease stress by 5 for each card discarded. See, I feel like Saffron and Luna deck would work, but... Alright, that's 3. Alright, Muktuk. Time to max out Muktuk, and Slime is going to be happy. We don't get a kiss from Muktuk, but we do get a hug, probably. You've been on my mind, of course. Truly, Sylvia, you are at the height of your craft. I'm guessing you like the potions? Quite so. The taste was so pleasant I could not help but lick my lips. But what's more, your potions bestowed upon me a sense of enlightenment, as if my third eye were pried open. I realized that an artist is ill-equipped to be his own critic, and so I had an idea to place at my sled a box for comments. For I seek guidance, and while the ancestors may be silent, customers rarely are. What sort of things do people have to say? Oh, I would not know. I have not yet mustered the courage to read the cards. Perhaps, since you are here... Sylvia, would you do me the honor of reading these missives? Muktuk holds his breath as Sylvia takes up the first of several note cards. It's from Mint. She wrote, Muktuk, you're a lifesaver, and I mean that literally. Your repair work on my hammer looks gorgeous, and it withstood a bite attack from a full-grown prairie piranha. I don't know what that is, but she's clearly impressed, especially since you barely ever even charged her for your work. Roxanne says your engraving tools keep their edge twice as long as anyone else's. In her words, she's been around the block a few times. Saffron claims the trees weep in the vicinity of a Muktuk-crafted axe. I'm not sure this is totally relevant, but Quinn says the boxer loves gnawing on that weird sculpture you abandoned. Sylvia, I do not know what to say. This is... I don't know if this is sorry, that just hit me. I don't know if this is relevant, but like... Boxer likes your bad stuff. Are you alright? Alright is deeply insufficient to describe what I'm feeling. Such an outpouring of respect and admiration, I never would have imagined. Yeah, that many 5-star reviews would make me cry too. You joke, I think, but you know the depth of meaning in this. We toil, all of us, because we must work to put food on the table and a roof over our heads. And for some of us, the work is also a calling. A roof is necessary, but it is fulfillment we crave. To know my work is appreciated on this level, to know that others see the value in my labor, this is a gift unlike any other. To be fair, I've been saying this stuff all along. I thought you were just being kind. And you are kind, Sylvia. Your support has been of the utmost significance to me. Were I to have the encouragement and adulation of all of Rapta behind me, it would mean nothing without you here beside me. Come, if you're in agreement, I should like to return to our special place. Aw, Muktuk. Muktuk's being so nice. The waters of the bay are still, the beach is empty. Are we gonna see a kraken skull? Nope, Maven. And the great statue of Maven seems even more imposing than before. There she is, just as we left her, and just as she will be for years to come. You realize, don't you, that the statue will outlast us both? Long after we are ash, she will continue her silent vigil. Well, I don't know, there's always a chance an earthquake could take her out, or that the people may bring her down, yes? Then they may one day tire of the reminder of our dark past. I suppose this is the lesson that sand has taught us. While our works may indeed outlive us, nothing is forever. We all wish to leave our mark on this world, not just artists, everyone. For me, there is the added pressure of my pilgrimage, in order to complete it as it is intended, and as it has always been done. I must craft a work of singular beauty and undeniable grandness, a masterpiece. I have it in me, this I know, but in the meantime, there is the other purpose of my pilgrimage, to forge connections, and to aid those who may benefit from my skills. I enjoy this very much, the union of form and function, the betterment of daily life through master craftsmanship, art that helps people. Perhaps that is not so insignificant. It sounds awfully impressive to me. I'm glad that you think so. I can only hope that the ancestors agree. Did they speak to you? I strained to listen. I've yet to hear their words. And yet, there's something there. Their presence is unmistakable. The ancestors are with me, Sylvia, and they've filled me with the full conviction that they are pleased with my path and my progress upon it. That's great news. Indeed, yet it is no excuse to sit idle and twiddle our flippers. There's much to be done, for we are, all of us, building this place together. Grafter itself is the great work of many hands. I'm so very honored to work beside you with this great endeavor. I feel the same way. Life in Rafta has been challenging, but having you on my side has made it a little less scary. A lot more fun. I think you and me and this whole town are just getting started. Now let us anticipate great things in our future, but let us also appreciate this moment, for we must not fail to see the beauty that is all around us. And in the spirit of appreciating beautiful things, I should like to sculpt you, Sylvia, if you would allow it. What, here? Now? Why not? The light is exquisite, my spirits are high. I think neither of us could ask for better company, eh? Tell me true. All right, I'm game. What do I do? It is easy. You just stand very, very still, but first, I should like very much to give you a hug. Affection for my subject. It is an important part of my process. I thought you never asked, you big softy. Aww. I haven't gotten hugs in so long. The life of a loner. Damn. No hugs for the kits, but all the hugs for Sylvia. I do not like goodbyes. Well, we're not going to see you probably ever again, McTuck. Quinn will be still seeing them. Quinn is level 10. Yeah, we're absolutely going to 100% this game. Let's go. So, did you get the potions? Yeah, I don't know what giving stuff away for free is a great business model, Sylvia, but I don't mind reaping the benefits. This combo you came up with could be just the thing to give my powers a boost. That's the idea. But range is just half the problem. The other is precision. I think I figured something out that can help me with that. Here's the thing. Clairvoyance is sort of a catch-all term that covers a range of abilities. I'm thinking my deal is more actively telemetry. It relies on associations between an item and a place or person. So it's not entirely random then. Right. Eat squid vine to see the mer person who harvested it. We start washing stuff down with your potions, I see you. And now, I've just gotten my hands on some grapes. The same variety my parents grow. So if you eat them, then maybe you'll get a glimpse of your parents. It's a theory anyway, and there's only one way to test it. So going to do it? Right now? I mean, may as well. You want to stick around? Sure, of course. Cool. Here goes. Quinn sees everything! I see them. It's working. Wow. What do you see? I see my mother. Her hair is shorter, but it's definitely her. Yeah, people change. She's having a cocktail. My father's grooming the ferret. They're just living their lives as if nothing were wrong, as if their only child hadn't run the heck away from them. What dickhead of... Well, I mean, people gotta live their lives after all. But, I mean, at the same time, they still should probably check in on their kid. Oh, Quinn, I'm sorry. That really stinks. I know you must have hoped. What can I do? Are you okay? Say something. Meh. To be honest, I expected this. You must be disappointed, though. Yeah, of course I am. This is who they are, Sylvia, who they've always been. It's not me who needs change. I have days where I forget that. Bad days where I get caught up in wishful thinking. But the bad days aren't so bad lately, because I got you now, and you're plenty. Too much sometimes. Don't ever change, Quinn. I mean it. I don't plan on it, but it's kind of alright being out of my comfort zone sometimes. I'm glad I didn't push you away. I mean, I tried. But you're stupid stubborn, Sylvia. I just had a feeling we'd make a good team. And I also have a feeling that we would be really truly excellent at hugging. You've gone too far, Sylvia. I'm quickly rethinking my don't push her away stance. Sorry, Quinn. This is happening. Oh, what the hell. Aww. Raise interest to the next level. Affects door especially closed sale. Wow. That's pretty good. That was cute. Once again, Quinn was probably one of the first ones I was going to date. And then we met Sid, and then we met Roxanne. Not in that order. Maybe I should have dated Quinn. We have more than enough now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I just have to keep giving them mana. There's a two-faced Robin. You can scarcely believe it's upon us. Well, literally there's nothing else to do, so it's just gonna be gardening. I think we do one more day of gardening. I think this would be more than enough. Jesus. I think this will be more than enough to max out everybody. Alright. I don't need to buy anything else. It literally now is just give everyone gifts, read their thing, move on. I'm not even going to go to Quinn's to buy anything. And then if we don't hang out with somebody, we just hang out with them. Like, well, you'll know what I mean. Alright, I rank up with Sid. This will get Sid to 9. It just occurred to me, we're both in the business of curing people with what ails them. I hadn't thought of it that way before. Got a point though, right? Your potions replenish health and shield against damage. And live music has the power to soothe the soul. I could use some soothing right now actually, so let's hope that does the trick. Sid leads Sylvia to the waterfront, where a temporary stage has been constructed, and a battle of the bands is in progress. Sylvia's never seen anything quite like it before. It's not just music. Each band employs magic and dazzling displays of pyrotechnics. There are laser light shows, phantasmal backup dancers, and illusionary fireworks. And through it all, Sid just scowls. Is everything okay? You seem down. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a bummer. These things normally cheer me right up, but today's all just a stark reminder of how audiences cheer style over substance. Which makes me question pretty much everything, actually. Time and effort I'm putting into writing a song of my own. Is that just vanity? Back home, I have professional songwriters lining up to work with me. Maybe I should stick to what I'm good at and stop chasing windmills. What you're good at? Should I put my thoughts to music? Following dreams can be pretty tough. I'm better off not trying. Write my own stuff. But I thought it was going well. I thought so too. I was so confident, in fact. Then I dropped in an open mic night yesterday. I performed 2 songs. One of them was the original piece I've been working so hard on. The other was something new that my manager sent me. The Ballad of Greenbeard, Slime Slayer. It was every bit as juvenile and uninspired as it sounds. But of the 2 songs, Greenbeard was the clear favorite. I'm sorry. That's hard, getting that sort of feedback. Yeah, it's hard, but I suppose it's necessary. I thought I had a really solid idea, Sil. Something that had been done before. I used all the conventions of a traditional heroic ballad, but instead of focusing on an action hero, I wrote about a regular everyday citizen. I wanted to show how the average woman is every bit as remarkable, as worthy of celebration as a muscled dude with a sword. It sounds pretty interesting. I thought so too, but the audience didn't know what to make of it. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised, if I'm honest. But I am disappointed. I was really hoping that crowd would prove me wrong. Instead, they confirmed what I had known all along. People don't want new and different. They want tried and true. So from now on, that's just what I'll give them. I don't know. You don't have to worry about me, honest. I'm fine. I took a shot at something new and it didn't work out, but I still have plenty to offer. Including haggling tips. Remember a minute ago when I put my woes to song? Admit it, that catchy tune had you hooked. Catchy tune. Raised interest by the most recent raised interest amount? If it wasn't for chorus being so good, this would be great. I can use that in haggling, sure. I'd rather cheer you up. You must be taking this to this hero gig, because the idea of smiting some monsters is more than enough to cheer me up. If you really want to help, you could always kick some potions my way, then I could go and blow off some steam. Sis planning to take her professional frustrations out on monsters, but I think she'll be happy if she pours that energy into her art. Petrification and silence. Yeah, no need to be starstruck or like frozen. Oh god, sorry. Eyeballs require mint stun, salt and pepper is next. Oh, you know what? I just realized my glasses are dirty. And that got even dirtier. Sec. That's better. Making sure my hair is good. Alright. Not the perfect clean. I wish I had actual, like, clean stuff, but it's fine. Salt and pepper is a no. Roxanne's gonna probably be a yes. Roxanne should probably be maxed out here. Yeah, there we go. Roxanne is maxed. I should also make sure I list Oswald's marks. There we go. Looking forward to this. We're gonna actually make out with Roxanne. Let's go. I was gonna save her for last, but meh. Sylvia, I must tell you, your gift put a smile on my face. As a former faction maker, I know valuable tonics when I see them. I wanted to make a gesture. I know you're probably not going to the radioactive wastelands anytime soon, but now you could if you wanted to. And that was sort of my point. Your future is wide open, Roxanne, even if you have to struggle through a bit of red tape to reach it. And on that subject, you're here just in time for a bit of celebration. What are we celebrating? Did you get some good news? I don't know if I'd call it good news. REFTA's Business Bureau merely confirmed in the form of a graded exam that I am a brilliant businesswoman with a prosperous career ahead of me. You did it? You got it? Oh, I've got it all right. My business license is printed, certified, and being framed as we speak. I sprung for the diamond inlaid frame because there's a time and place for subtlety, and this is not it. Roxanne, that is amazing. Congratulations. I knew you could do it, and without resorting to blackmail. You didn't resort to blackmail, right? Sylvia, I find your lack of faith strangely gratifying, actually. that was gonna be a reference that Doge would be happy about. I guess I've still got a bit of bad girl swagger if you have to ask me that, but no. I suppose I realize there's something more satisfying than having power over someone. The satisfaction of a job well done? The satisfaction of having power over someone and not needing to use or abuse it. Come on, let's move the celebration outdoors. But indoors, we don't want to make it public. I mean, what? It's funny, as much as I think of enclosed spaces as my natural habitat, I'm finding it increasingly necessary to seek out open spaces, to see the sky. I suppose change happens whether recorded or not. Made some big decisions lately, but you're still Roxanne. Still the perky perfume wrecking ball who crashed into my shop not so long ago. It wasn't exactly love at first sight, though, was it? No, it was. It was. I saw you as a threat, and I was determined to tear you down. To think of the time and effort I wasted over the years, locked in a cycle of pettiness. I had to change, Sylvia. I had to change to find my way to you. I'm glad you did. I'm glad to see you thriving like this. I am thriving, aren't I? Not just surviving. It's a good look on you. Isn't everything? I don't know what the future will bring, but whatever fate has in store for me. No, forget fate, whatever I decide to do with my life. I want you there, my love. I want you by my side. I want that too, Roxanne. Don't tell me, Sylvia. Show me. Show me how you really feel. We did it! We got the kiss! We got the kiss! Raise interest by 18, apply mass misdirection, close the sale, mass skull, potion, debuffs, and bad traits. Cool. We did it! We got the kiss! I don't know if that matters even remotely, but there's that. All right, Luna's the last one we have to hang out with, and then it's gonna be like hangout, essentially. So we'll give you one of these. Nope. And then I think we'll catch up on gossip. So this is four things we've used now. Just got to be absolutely sure that this is gonna work. Okay, we can rank up. Because of how I did this though, yeah, I'm gonna rank up here. I was thinking that I wasn't going to, but this is fine. Right, Luna, thanks for joining me. I've got to pick out some nice office furniture, and as harmless as that sounds, it can be a fraud experience. Why, are you a big spender? Not exactly, just come with me to the lamp vendor, okay? And pull me out if I do anything weird. As soon as they step inside the lamp seller stall, Luna tenses up. Her pupils grow huge, her wings flutter. She walks toward the nearest lamp. She is literally a moth to a flame. Then she walks right into the lamp, bumping against it repeatedly. Luna? Luna, step out of it. Oh, no, I did it again, didn't I? Maybe we should skip the lamps for now. What's next on your list? Bugs, but we better steer clear of the wool ones. I've been known to snack. She is a moth. That is true. Well, that wasn't quite the relaxing outing I had in mind. I'm more out of the sorts than I was at the start. Eyeballs don't randomly fall out of sockets, right? They're in there pretty good. My teeth are chattering so hard that my face feels loose. Nerves? Stress? Yes and yes, and also lack of sleep. Caffeine is not nature's panacea, but it has its limits, and I may have found them, Sylvia. I know I probably spend too much time complaining to you about my big client, but you're my best friend, Sylvia, and you're the best sounding board I have when I'm feeling desperate to vent. Vent away, that's what I'm here for. You're too good to me, Sylvia. And as you probably noticed, I've been burning the candle at both ends. I'm starting feeling like I'm danger of burning out completely. So I let Her Highness know that the amount of work she was asking for wasn't sustainable. I was afraid she'd be disappointed. I thought maybe I'd even lose her business. But instead she came back with an offer. An offer? She wants to buy the whole business, Sylvia. She wants my little boutique to become her full-time publicity team. That's right, a team. She wants me to expand, and her offer came with a very generous number attached. Luna, congratulations. That's the every entrepreneur's dream, right? Maybe. To be honest, I'm not really sure what I want. How do I even begin to make such a big decision? What does your 5-year plan say? Does taking the offer get you closer to your goals? Sylvia, that's brilliant. I might not have planned for this specifically, but there is a plan. I need to consider new opportunities in that context. And it's a lot to consider. And am I ready to cede control of this scale? Am I ready to cut my other clients loose to focus on a single ongoing project? I don't know the answers. Honestly, my head throbs when I even think about it. Did I mention my eyes feel like they're bulging out? I need some sleep, I think. A big decision like this, you need to come at it with a clear head. Sleep. Now that you've said it, that's all I can think about. You're master of subliminal suggestion, Sylvia. I hope you're using those skills in your daily negotiations. Subliminal suggestion. Raise interest by 10 to start a customer's turn. Value increases by 5 every turn. Interesting. Listen to the sound of my voice. And give me all your money. I'm not totally under your control. Although I'd pay you an absurd amount of money for a supercharged cup of coffee right now. Poor Luna. More coffee is the last thing she needs. Maybe I could brew her up something even better. A mana and a stamina potion? That makes sense. It's weird, like, all of these things are, like, strangely relatable, I feel like. Like, being super stressed for, like, taking an exam for Roxanne, which is so weird. You're just not gonna say anything? Okay. Weird. Like, Quinn is just worried about family. Muktuk is worried about religion. Saffron is worried about the past. Luna is worried about work. Which is fair. Roxanne is worried about school. Like, essentially, hers is school, weirdly enough. Salt and Pepper, they really haven't had any worries. Like, they're just letting you live life just freely. So there's not really anything worried about there. Baptiste is worried about the future. Actually is what Baptiste is worried about. Mint is worried about the present and like what she'll be doing in life. Corsac is worried about social stuff, and Sid is worried about fame or being themselves. Which, weirdly enough, I feel like you could relate to nearly all of those. Maybe not Salt and Pepper. I don't know who can relate to the cat pirates. Probably actual cats, if I had to take a guess. The superior? Let's go. I was about to say, if I have the superior ones, I should just ship the superior ones. Luna. Mana and stamina. Alright, cool. So now we're going to travel. We're going to start with Corsac. Not yet with Corsac. A little concerning, but not too bad. Sid. Yeah, there's no way we would have done this, by the way, if it was just the weakest ones. I think it is actually impossible to probably beat this game with all the weakest gifts. Unless you make the greatest potion of all time, like, early, and sell, like, a whole bunch and get to, like, 100,000. I don't think it's possible. Somebody should try to beat that. That'd be cool. Sylvia, pull up a fishing rod. We gotta replenish the provisions. Let us avail ourselves of the ocean's bounty and one another's company. At the pirate's direction, Sylvia baits her hook with a writhing mythworm. Its toothy grin is unnerving. They cast their lines, and Salt is singing. Oh, I wish for a fish. And I wish for a dish for that fish. The minutes crawl by, nothing bites. I wonder if we might have more luck if we were quiet. Or use more appetizing bait. Oh, we're just the decoys. We're supposed to be super conspicuous. That way the fish swim away from us and right into the blast fishing zone off the side of the boat. As the saying goes, you catch more fish with cannons. There's an explosion nearby, followed by a great splash of water. The pirates assembled on the ship and deck howl in triumph. Huzzah! Salt. Now might be a good time to have the talk. Yeah, alright. Sylvia, there's something we gotta discuss. We gotta have the talk? We're gonna talk about the birds and the bees? With cats? How does that even work? You know, all that, hey, you're a blood brother, welcome to the family stuff? Might have gotten ahead of ourselves. Wow, so much for families forever, I guess. You're still a blood brother, Sylvia. Yeah, we aren't dropping you off the orphanage or anything. In fact, hold up, I started off on the wrong paw. We need to have us a parlay. In other words, let's clear our heads and start over. To parlay, discard 3 random cards. Consider it done. Now what did you want to talk about? It ain't no big deal. It just had some of the crew point out you can't be a real pirate if you never made an offering to the big guy. The big guy? You know, the pious Pison, the saltwater savior. He of the many scales and no fingers. The great Katuna. All hail the great Katuna. The great Katuna is a pirate deity, I take it? The one and only. From his trench far below, he watches all that transpires upon the ocean surface. When he is pleased, our ships can come and go without any hassle. When he's displeased, look out. Storms, tidal waves, primordial horrors, newly awakened and crazed with hunger. And once I got a splinter. The best way I can stay on Katuna's good side is by making an offering. Big Alexa's cut of the bloody, if you know what I mean. Okay, so you throw stuff overboard, like seashells, wine, and mutton? More like cold hard cash, Sylvia, with the equivalent in precious goods. In your case, a couple of fancy potions would do the trick. Whatever it takes. If I need to make an offering, then so be it. Well, that's what we like to hear. In fact, since you've got so much money to spare, maybe kick a little my way, too. That's bordering on sacrilege, Salt. Katuna doesn't mind a little entrepreneurial spirit. Anyway, we'll give you some time to get your offering together. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Get in the deep water deity's good graces, and it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. If I want to run with salt and pepper, I gotta make a sacrifice to Katuna. It'll hurt my bottom line, but I've come this far. No, it won't. We have the money. We have all of the money. What do you mean? Roxana's done. Yeah. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang out with probably hang out with Luna too, maybe. Yeah, we'll do a 2 with Luna. I don't even need to keep track of how much I'm using right now. We should be fine. And then Corsac. Corsac's the only one I'm like really worried about, but we should be fine. The book club. Let me grab my copy. He actually reads books. That's cool. Alright. I mean, yeah, we still should be fine, especially the more hangouts we do. Hwah is losing it. Radiation tonic, okay, and a cursor, sure. Oswald? Those works too, they're not fooling around, not a bit. Oswald, hello? What else needs to be ready? What am I missing? Think. Oswald! What in the world are you doing? Oh, Sylvia, I thought you were still asleep. Yeah, I totally was. I was having a real nice dream too. You were in it. Well, you've been transmogrified into a big bowl of ramen. Subconscious isn't exactly subtle, is it? Neither are you. It was the sound of your talons pacing up and down the counter that woke me up. Want to talk about whatever's bothering you? It's nothing. Well, I suppose I'm anxious. We're so close, Sylvia. So close to winning. So close to restoring my proper form. If you win that grand prize, I'll have arms again. Fingers. I'll scarcely know what I'll do first. How about mopping? Could the answer be mopping? Humph. You act as if I'm some freeloader. It's not my fault these wings aren't made for manual labor. But so you know. It's been an honor, Sylvia. The sheer existential horror of being forced to live as a bird notwithstanding. I'm happy to have had this chance to get to know you, to work alongside you. I know I'm no right to say it, but I'm so very proud. Wow, that's That's actually really nice to hear. And to be honest, I feel the same. I mean, they told me you were dead. I thought I lost you before I even got to know you. I feel really fortunate that we had this time together. Dear niece, it warms my heart to hear it. Just to be clear, though, none of this is getting you out of mopping. Day one, I told myself I wasn't going to cry. Buddy. I've taught her everything I can. It's up to her now. True. Listen, we have everything that we need. We're good. We are chilling. I'm going to double check that we're chilling, but I'm pretty sure we're chilling. Yep, Master Curse, Master Radiation, and this, yeah. Dude, it says 3 days, I'm scared. I'm like, oh, we're gonna make it? We are gonna make it, it's just... Oh, shit. Custom orders. We'll turn in... Oh, wait a second. This one is tolerance. Oh, that's another radiation potion. Hopefully we don't need to get rid of one more. Otherwise, I'm gonna be out. In fact, I might... No. I have faith. I just want to make sure I didn't garden again. Cool. Okay. Travel. We're gonna go to Corsac first. Hopefully we can hang out. Yes, we can. Okay. That's good. We're looking good. Gotta say, Sylvia, I continue to impress. I feel stretched to the limit most days. I'm not doing half as much as you are. You're about as admirable as a slime. Oof, and you were doing so well, too. I'm going to go ahead and assume you meant that as a compliment. Else would I mean it? What slime's like a backbone? Bones of any kind, I guess. Make up for with the brilliant and beautiful minds. Mind of the slime. Look at that. That slime. Draw 1 extra card per turn. Not that good. Sure, why not? But what has you feeling stretched so thin today? Too much to do, not enough time. I'm barely back from one expedition. I've got another one coming up. But first, I gotta clean my canteen, sterilize some drinking water, put together some trail mix for me and for the birds. Oh, and I gotta make fresh soap. There's one more for you than there is for me. Thoughtful. Excuse me. Coughing. Zach. There's more, though. Baptiste decided to host a social hour. Gathering where we heroes can get to know each other a little better. Sounds like the perfect opportunity to make some friends. I hope so. As you may have noticed, I can rub people the wrong way sometimes. Not bunnies, though. I know just how to rub a bunny. Your heart's in the right place. You'll do fine. Probably. In the meantime, why don't we take some of that other stuff off your plate? You got money now. Might as well spend it and spare yourself some stress. I haven't been to the marketplace in a while. Not since we got ice cream. Let's head that way for now and see what we can find. A lot of people out today. Reminds me of the way armadillos will crowd around an oasis. That usually ends in blood or a mating free-for-all. Orgy? Sorry. Orgy. Well, you won't find any rotting rodents here, but you can buy pretty much anything else you can think of. And as much as I admire the DIY attitude, your time is too precious to deal-ally. I think I understand you, but my tracking skills are useless here. Point me in the right direction. Handmade soap. We'll free up some of your time and trying out new scents is fun. Huh, well, I had a feeling you wanted me to bathe between expeditions. I think some soap would be a fine choice. I only hope they have something that chipmunks would like. Corsac drifts through the tongs and manages to avoid bumping into anyone, despite having his eyes on the wearers. At first, he seems genuinely intrigued by the items on display. There's even a ghillie suit for sale. But on inspection, the ghillie suit is entirely made of synthetic materials. The birdhouse is in smaller made of plastic. The journals are flimsy and unsuitable for outdoor conditions. Given how receptive consumers were to my sustainable potions, I assumed local businesses would be more ecologically responsible. I thought Raftons recognized how precious this environment is. I thought they cared. But it seems convenience and thrift eclipse all their concerns. I don't think people care about the environment that much anymore, unfortunately. It can't be all that bad. I mean, there's vegan ice cream. Just the one flavor, though. It really drives home the point. I'm as much of an outlier here as I ever was. I don't have much hope Baptiste's social mixer will be the thing that can change that. You belong here as much as anyone else does, Corsac. Don't give up on finding your pack. Maybe we'll pack a tool. Maybe that's plenty. For now, though, I gotta get ready for that expedition. Don't worry, I'll come back after it's done. Even if there's a part of me that just wants to keep on walking. Corsac feels like an outcast. He obviously craves more human connections. Can I help him make the most of that upcoming party? Well, you don't want a radiation potion. So... Perfect. Alright. Sid. Wow, we might actually beat this less than 3 hours today. We can move on to more things. Sid is not it for today. Salt and pepper. If there's anyone, it's going to probably be Luna. I think we'll do... if we only hung out with Corsac, we have 2 and 2 that we can hang out, so that'll be fine. Gonna rank up. Luna. Luna is maxed. Let's go. And then I think we hang out 4 with Corsac. Sylvia, as much as I wish otherwise, I'm not about fishing for compliments. So, don't say anything different about me. You seem to be back to your perky self, and also I have no name anymore. This game, so something I've realized about this game, like the first 3, I still talk about it later, but for right now, just know that I feel like this game is unfinished. Well, I have you to thank for that. Your potions made me feel humanoid again. Might be all the replenished serotonin talking, but dang, you are good at what you do. Once I was thinking clearly again, I made a big decision. I turned down the buyout offer. My working relationship with royalty has officially come to an end. Oh, really? I wasn't sure which way you would go. Me neither, but indecision was getting me nowhere fast. I had to make a choice. Hope it was the right one, but you know, it feels right. Well, it feels right to me. My parents are acting like I just set myself on fire. You told them already? Yeah, figured I needed to rip that bandage right off. I tried to explain it to them, but I'm not sure they really heard me. They only heard the amount of money I was walking away from and how prestigious the job would have been. I must be proud of you though, right? At least a little? Well, that's the funny thing. I was talking to my sister just this morning, the surgeon I mentioned her before, one of them, and she knew all about what I've been up to. Turns out, my parents have been bragging all about me. They told her about how I'm my own boss, about how quickly my business was growing. Frankly, they made me sound super impressive all around. So anyway, here I was jealous of my sister, while the whole time she's been jealous of me. Sounds like you're not the black sheep you thought you were. I guess not. I guess maybe all my siblings feel that way from time to time. And so, my parents can complain to me all they want about how I'm turning down this golden opportunity. I know they're proud, and one day, maybe they'll even say it to my face. That's the dream, isn't it? And as for that opportunity, it only would have taken away the parts of my job I actually like the best. Things like working with a diverse array of scrappy entrepreneurs, helping their voices rise above the clamor. For a minute, I wasn't thinking at all about what I enjoyed. I was right back into my old climb the corporate ladder mindset. I was reaching for success, it was definitely by other people. Well, by my definition of success, you are killing it. Sylvia, that means the world to me. It would mean even more if you posted as a review. But shameless self-promotion can wait until tomorrow. Why don't we get some air? Dude, I've been reading so much. It's like I'm playing a visual novel again. Ooh, fresh air, yum yum. You know? Fresh air actually is kind of nice when you got a minute to breathe. Glad you're seeing the appeal. What can I say? I'm one chill moth. It's funny, my number one reason for coming to Rafta was to be more independent. I wanted some space, some distance between myself and everyone who knew me, because they all had so many expectations, and those expectations were boxing me in. But then I came here, where nobody knew me, and the weight of all those expectations, it didn't go away. Maybe we were never totally free of the desire to please our parents or uncles. But isolating yourself doesn't make life any easier to navigate. That's the truth. If I learned anything in our time together, it's that we can support each other while pursuing our individual dreams. I think that might be the best secret, the true secret of success. Instead of letting our ambition isolate us, we use it to prop it by one another. We achieve our goals together. Sounds to me like you've got the right idea. Shake on it? A handshake? Sylvia, that's way too formal. I believe this occasion calls for a selfie, don't you? Hey, selfie time. Final push. Raise interest by 12 each current level of interest. Okay, final push seems incredible. Max relationship with 7 people. There's 3 more left to go. And I think what we're going to do... This might sound odd, but I'm actually going to go with Corsac for 3. I didn't even give you anything. Good thing we wait. And now we hang out for 3. There's 2 days left. I'm scared. Robin's playing for keeps, but so are we. I don't think we haven't seen Robin in ages. What do you mean he's playing for keeps? The end is nigh. Will you be ready for your showdown? Tell me you will be. Yes, we have the potions. What do you mean? We have the potions all ready to go. Alright, last custom order we ever have to do. Petrification and tolerance. Yeah, I'll talk about my thoughts on this game after the fact, but just know, like, this game is fun, but there are definitely flaws. I think this week shows it. Corsac is ranked up. Let's go! I'm surprised that we're maxing Corsac now, but that means that the other ones are just right around the corner. Thank you for the potion, Sylvia. Your instincts were right. They came in handy during the hero's happy hour. Still not entirely sure why Baptiste called it that. It lasted several hours, and I witnessed a full range of emotions. Okay, but was it fun? I'm going to say yes. Also, no. My experience was complicated. Well, it can't have gone as poorly as my senior prom did. Oh, someone summoned an eldritch horror on the dance floor? Not that I noticed. It sounds like a successful event to me. You'd have that perspective, I suppose. My main trouble with the event... I won't surprise you to hear this, but I found small talk all but impossible. Oh, I could ask the trivial questions just fine, but listening to the trivial answers, my mind wouldn't sit still for that. I'm sorry, Sylvia, but I can't bring myself to care what a grown man's favorite color might be. And when people ask me about me, well, I found I couldn't keep to trivialities. You talked about three-legged coconuts, didn't you? Coconuts, yes, and spiny-tailed avocados, and those berries that call you rude names. Also talked about how to fight them, and how to do it without wrecking the whole forest. I talked about things I care about, Sylvia, things of interest to me. Some people evidently took me for a real downer. They made excuses to step away, and they never found their way back to my vicinity. A few scoffed at me when they thought they were out of earshot. I'm sorry, I've been there, and it's hurtful. But why focus on the ones who left? Because the ones who stayed, Sylvia? They stayed because they were genuinely interested in what I had to say. I've never been one to chase approval, but finding it feels good. It's not just approval, really. It's the sense that I belong here, this feeling of community. Sounds like the lone wolf found his pack. You might be right. Some of us are even getting together next week to discuss sustainability measures the guild could adopt. Looking forward to that. Right now, though, it's just you and me, and I like that too. Come on, let's prowl. Aw, Corsac's getting good. You're suddenly very quiet. Well, just because a person isn't afraid to talk doesn't mean he can't enjoy the silence. I've never been a fan of silence. It makes me nervous. True. And I've never been a fan of chatter for the sake of chatter. Also true. I'm weird. Saying that, it might sound like a grasping for superiority of some kind. It's not that I mean to set myself apart from people. I'm not trying to be distant or unfriendly. But the truth is, my hesitation around social interactions, it's always been about one thing: fear. I was afraid people wouldn't understand me, afraid they wouldn't care about any of the things I cared about. I'm glad you're getting past those fears. I have you to thank for that. I would never hesitate to join in on my hobbies. You never made me feel bad for rambling about my offbeat preoccupations. You expressed interest in what I had to say, and that helped me see that others might be interested too. And I haven't forgotten that this whole hero turn was your idea. Even when I was antagonizing you, you were listening to me, hearing me even then. I can't take all the credit. You put a lot of effort into, well, making an effort. True. And you've done all of that while staying true to who you are. We can agree on that. Whatever changes I've made, I'm still that same odd duck. Whack. I'm just a little less lonely version of who I was all along. That's a good thing, because there's enough typical to go around. Not so typical yourself, really, and we do make quite the pair. Sylvia, your friendship is one of the true joys of my life. And if I'm silent in your presence, it's not because I have nothing to say. It's because I'm so comfortable with you, and so secure in our bond, that I can merely be in your presence and feel content. You know, I think I know what you mean. I guess not filling the air with chatter. In a way, it's kind of intimate. It can be. It certainly can. And the weather's real nice, don't you think? I suppose we'll have to work some on enjoying the silence. I know just where to start. When words fail me, I like to go for a bit of a show, don't tell. Aww. Draw a card, raise interest by 10, gain 3. That's a really good card. If it wasn't like at the end, that's a really good card. If we didn't have this broken combo. I mean, we have to end with the cats, right? Like, we end with the cats. Easy. Sid, are you maxed out? Yep, Sid is. We did it. What is this music? Sylvia, do I have a rare review for you? Those potions you gave me were everything, like a cure for stage fright, writer's block and the blues all at once. I'm glad you're feeling a little better. More than a little. To be honest, I'm feeling inspired all over again. Not a minute too soon. I was way too quick to give up on writing. That's obvious to me now, between the faith you've shown to me and an interaction I just had with a few new fans. Did they ask for your autograph? Although, you must be kind of used to that by now. It's true, I've signed a lot of autographs in my day. And the longer I'm in Rafta, the more people figure out that Zid and Zadril are one and the same. So when I got to my busking corner earlier and a small group of people had gathered around, I assumed they figured it out, that they were there to see an international pop star as Zadril. But they were there to see me, the real me. Sid, the humble bard, with a song about an everyday hero. I guess one of them had been in the audience the night I debuted my new song. It made such an impression on her, she brought her friends along to see me play. Sid, that's awesome. Yeah, it felt pretty awesome, to be honest. They didn't ask me to play the crowd pleasers. They didn't request the hits. They didn't even ask for my autograph. They were there for my music. And when the performance was over, they promised to come back for more. I'm not surprised. You're so talented, Zid. Thanks, but we both know I'm taking a risk here. It's scary, making big changes at this stage of my career. I've been so afraid of taking the wrong step that I basically stopped moving altogether. Talking to those people, playing my music for them on the side of the road, it was exactly what I needed. It was a reminder that I should be brave enough to follow my instincts. A lot of people won't get what I'm trying to do. That's okay, because the ones who do, they're the ones I'm writing for, Sylvia. The people who need to see themselves reflected in art. The part of the common folk, huh? I like that. I like it too, quite a bit. Say, you want to get out of here? Let's stretch our legs. So how's it feel being a singer-songwriter? Well, it feels pretty great at the moment. I still got a lot of work ahead of me, though. You're off to a good start. Thanks, although I can't take all the credit for that, and I have a confession to make. Syl, the subject of my ballad, it's you. What? Really? Who could have seen that coming? It's total surprise. I thought you might have guessed by now. I mean, when I asked you who I should write about. You suggested an underdog, and you're the scrappiest underdog I know. Here, I'll sing you a few bars. And also glitch profusely. The odds were against her, yeah, right from the start. She had next to nothing. Just love for her art. She had no great powers, just natural charm, so patrons are dazzled. Crim dragons disarmed. Fear, though, would find her. It gnawed at her will. She doubted her prowess. She doubted her skill. Yet hark, she had allies. She was not all alone. An animal helper nested in her home. The challenges came, but none found her lacking. She settled her debts. She sent rivals packing. And when the sun rose on her final contest, she smirked at her foe. She wasn't impressed. She'd conquer this challenge, and she'd conquer the rest. There's a little bit more, but you get the idea. Wow, Sid, I'm so flattered. Don't know what rhyme scheme that was, because it was just a typical one with a 3 at the end. But I can't remember what that's called. It's not a sonnet. It's something else. You've really been paying attention, haven't you? I told you before, Syl, you inspire me. I meant that literally. Listen, I'm surrounded by so-called heroes all day, every day, and a lot of them are generally heroic, but they're not exactly toiling away without recognition. Praise and glory are baked into the gig. And I looked at you, and all you have accomplished in your short time here. And I thought, there's an unsung hero. There's someone who deserves some recognition. I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything. I just thought your story might inspire others the way you inspired me. My situation has been so stressful. I'm not sure I ever thought of it as inspirational. A real hero wouldn't, though, wouldn't they? I'm glad to be able to share this success with you, Sylvia. What's more, I'm honored to be the one to help you realize just how inspirational you are. I'm still not fully convinced of that. Maybe if I heard the rest of the song? Well, to be honest, I'm not sure it's totally finished. I mean, we don't know yet how your story ends. Wow, that's some pressure. I guess I better stick the landing. I have faith in you, but whatever happens, I'll be right there with you. Chronicling your adventures. Our adventures. Just try to chronicle my good side, would you? Aw, Syl, don't even worry about that. From where I'm standing, it's nothing but good side. Encore. Increase patience by 4 can only be played if patience is currently 1. But also Sid, Sid's a great character. I would, if I play this game again, it's not going to happen. But if I did play this game again, I probably would go for Sid next. Quinn is a close third. Quinn is absolutely a close third. Alright, cats. You're the last one. If this doesn't max you out, don't worry. We got two hang out. All of a sudden we find out that I'm so far behind on the cats that I can never come back. There we go. Let's go. 100%. At least all the side stuff. Or all the, this. Ooh, good shit. You know, I'm wishing we had some kind of secret handshake. Although you don't have a tail, so that would sort of limit what we could do. Don't feel bad, Sylvia. I knew a pirate once who lost his tail in battle. He got along just fine. Until he lost his balance and fell overboard. Thanks, Pepper. I'll be extra careful. The potion set aside looked legit. You ready to do this? Don't ask. Let's just get it over with before I lose my nerve. Yeah, I know. You're skittish as a kitten. It's part of your charm, I guess. But this won't hurt none, I promise. Salt and Pepper creep to the very edge of the dock. Sylvia follows, peering into the glistening water. If anything lurks beneath the surface, it remains out of sight. Here we are, as close as a land lumber can get to the great god of the sea. Oh, great Katuna, we've got offerings, large one. Salt, hold on. You're a good sport, Sylvia, but I know this isn't easy for you. It's a little hard to wrap my head around. I mean, I worked so hard at these potions. They could be worth some real gold. Are you really working for the gold, though? Or what the gold represents? Money is precious, but only because people decide that it would be. It has no intrinsic value. You can't eat it, you can't love it. Not really. And there's so much in this world that does have intrinsic value. Real, true worth. Like jewelry. No, Salt, you know what I mean. I mean friendship. A dry spot in the sun to lay your head. A beating heart and working lungs. Money can help with some of that, but only so much. And this is our way of showing the world what we really care about. Here, we draw a line in the sand and we say, we do not desire wealth for the sake of wealth. We desire family, health, laughter, and love. We ask humbly to receive all the wonders we cannot buy. These are the blessings that Katuna may bring us, if he deems us worthy. I don't know about all that. I just throw valuables into the water because it keeps hurricanes away. Everyone knows that. It's science. Alright, I'm convinced. Not about the hurricane thing, obviously. I mean the other stuff. Sylvia holds her potions in her hands. They're good potions, and she's getting good at selling them. What if these two concoctions are the difference between paying off her debt or losing everything? We have enough money. But it's too late to back out now, and something in Pepper's words rings true. Perhaps this small act of defiance will show the universe what really matters to her. Hey, nice throw, Sylvia. You got a good arc on that. And the splash. Katuna will be pleased. Yeah, he will. I got a feeling. You got good stuff coming your way, Sylvia. Starting now, in fact. I talked it over with Pepper and... Well, geez, I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid. Pepper, help me out. Sylvia, would you like to pet us? Because we would like that. Boy, would I? Come here, you crazy cats. We pet the cats! We did it! Carpe diem, seize the day! Raise interest by 7 for every card played prior to this one on the current turn close sale. Jesus, that would be amazing. And with that, we've maxed all 10 characters in one playthrough. Good shit. My bad. I hit the mic right on the head. As a kitten in Katuna's Eve. Katuna's Eve? That's so funny. It's weird. Out of all the characters, like Robin, he hasn't shown up like once. Alright. So today's the last day. We have the potions that we need. I'm going to save in slot 2, and literally, we've done everything. The only thing we are missing is beating the game. So we're going to end the day. And this is it. We are at the final stretch. This is it. Tomorrow's the big day. Victory is within our grasp. Come out ahead in that competition, and you'll be free of debt, and I'll be free of feathers. Assuming you haven't decided to accept Robin's offer, of course, to throw the match. And to take the money and leave me in the lurch. Which is an absurd idea. I know you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, right? Relax, Oswald. We're in this together. There's no turning back now. Such resilience. If I'm honest, I find it fascinating. What's the secret to your resolve, Sylvia, in the face of so much adversity? What makes you tick? All right, this very moment, I'm holding out for an apology. From me, you mean? You know... I suppose I do owe you an apology of sorts. It was wrong of me to suggest that you forfeit, to offer you a deal like I did. It's much better for things to play out this way. Much better for the town to see me win against an opponent who's putting up a fight. It will make my victory all the more glorious. Yeah, totally. Unless you lose, of course. You really think you have a chance tomorrow? You really truly believe it? Merp. Tell me then, Sylvia, on what exactly are you basing such confidence? Well, that's easy. I've worked hard over the last 5 weeks. I focused on my craft. Now I'm learning from the people around me. And among the many things I've learned is this. I'm good at what I do. I believe in myself, and my friends believe in me too. Wheeze. You're laughing too, lizard. I don't see what's so funny. Do you listen to yourself? You're going to beat me with high self-esteem and the power of friendship. You don't seem to realize that we're operating in completely different leagues here. Yeah, sure, that's what my last 4 competitors thought too. Alright, Sylvia, fair enough. Maybe I ought not to underestimate you, but if you're right, if though some miracle things don't go my way in this competition, I have a trump card prepared, one you'll never see coming. What's that supposed to mean? It means tomorrow's only one possible outcome, so if you have as much riding on this contest as you claim, well, you might want to spend these next hours putting your affairs in order. What a tool. Didn't I say so from the start? He's just trying to psych us out, same as all the others did. We should focus on what matters. Just think, if everything goes the way it should, you'll be human again this time tomorrow. That's a debt I'll never be able to repay. But don't do this for me, Sylvia. Do it for yourself. You've come this far in such a short time, so get out of there and show this town what you can do. Oh, we will. Man, that lizard's acting weird, though. This is it. All right, the big day. The end of the game. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Here they are, 2 giants of local industry, 2 masters to their craft. Only one can be crowned our winner. Only one can take home the grand prize. Let's meet our stars. Taking the first podium today is a man so regal he puts the king in potion making. He survived the worst this world could throw at him. He came out the other side with a smile on his face. And don't even get me started on those dimples. And I'm talking, of course, about Robin. That's very kind, but if we could move this along. Merp. At podium number 2 is a woman who knows a thing or two about adversity herself. She arrived on our shores with little more than clothes on her back and a dream. In a matter of weeks, she transformed her uncle's ramshackle potion shop into a reasonably successful ramshackle potion shop. Let's hear it. 3 cheers for Sylvia. Hey, Robin. Your lizard gives you the creeps. Why don't you put that thing on a leash? Yes. You have no right to speak to us that way. Tensions appear high. Don't make me come down there, kids. Wait, scratch that. It would be my honor to share the stage with 2 such titanic tycoons. Ta-da! It's me, Baptiste. Oh, dude, I love your microphone. From this vantage, I'll be better able to facilitate this contest. Now, it's true that I consider both contestants among my dearest friends. And who better? For it's their patronage and their precious coins that these contestants covet. This morning, I'm here simply to act as a voice of the people. Count on me to interpret the crowd's enthusiasm, or lack thereof. In other words, audience, if you see something you like, make some noise. The outcome is a foregone conclusion. I know it. This crowd knows it. May knows it most of all. To that, I can only say, let the battle begin. Round 1. All right, Robin, are you ready to wow us all? This one is an old family recipe, and the family in question is the ancient line of Monarch Magi, whose mastery of forbidden arts entered the Second Dark Age. Consider me vowed. Audience, am I right to be impressed? With a sum like that, I'd say you have some fans here today. As it should be. Sylvia, can you outdo him? Oh, fucking yeah, of course I can. As leader of the Heroes Guild, recognize how precious this potion really is. That may in fact be true, however. And this is the masterwork quality, no less. But what does the audience say? Is it a hit? A fair assessment as far as I can tell, but I'm sure you have more to say about it. Time to haggle. I'm ready. Let it be known. Holy shit. There's one over here. I know what adventurers need out there. Said you want to save face, Sylvia. You know, I should have... This is not looking good. This shot keeping up, mine's well established. Yeah, we're gonna be hitting some bad stress right now. I should have used scheme, honestly. But we should be fine. Meditate's good. Frosty the Squirrel is also good. You know what? We could jingle into rhythm and then do pressure. And then press the attack. Don't draw a competitor stress card. That's actually fine. We are going to get rhythm, so we shouldn't be that bad. Like, we have 33, and I probably should have thought that a lot better. Improv is good. Indomitable Presidents. And increase stress by 3, applies uncertain tension on closer. We should be fine, all things considered. Captivate. Impression. Yeah, no, I kind of messed this up a little bit, but we should be okay. Yeah, I've definitely am not doing good. Oh, dude, we're gonna get 48. I might need to, because I'm gonna just draw only, yeah, I'm only drawing stress cards. Hold on. I know what I did wrong, but we need to Alt F4 that. Yeah, because, so that's good for, like, getting potions good, but I need to actually, like, okay, so we got our first fail there. But I think what I need to do is actually, like, make sure that we can defend against everything, which is why those gold cards are going to be so important. So we'll skip to the end of a lot of things, but I knew it was going to probably happen. Like, it's good to have the infinite, but you have to draw the infinite, and it doesn't help against stress and everything, and we need to be very, very well prepared. So let's make the deck actually really good. So, for Hwah, draw a card each time you play a card. Like, this is really good. Rattle them off is really good. 2 is better than 1 is good, and Scheme is just really good too. We don't want any of the closing stuff. Really Sid with, like Rhythm is really good, and so is Improv. And Chorus. Like, Chorus is super good. Encore, meh. And be buff, decrease stress by 3. We also are going to need to decrease stress as much. Tranquility is going to be insane, so we will take that. Serenity of Mind is really good. And then reduce stress by 1 at the start of each turn is really good. I'm just thinking of, like, anything else. I guess Jingle is probably fine, and then and then we'll do Pressure. So I think this will be fine. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But, like, the goal is to just draw as many cards as we can. So we get to the end. Yeah, we have so much, like, stuff to wait. We should be okay. Should be okay. So, skip. Hey, Robin, your lizard gives me the creeps. Yeah, this one's gonna be the hardest. But I got the feeling that we should be fine. This one... Okay. I'm ready. Okay. So Rhythm is still really good. Serenity of Mind is also really good. Serenity of Mind is still really good. And then we want to make sure we're like 2 is better than 1. This is really good. So we're going to Chorus. Because every time we play a card, we're going to get a card. 2 is better than 1. Improv. Perfect. And then we will Chorus. I'm going to jingle scheme. Chorus. I don't have the ferocity of the squirrel, but like that's actually perfectly fine with what we're doing. Chorus again. And then I think I want to do regulated breathing twice, just so that way we have that in our back pocket. Chorus is good. Give me one more chorus, please. Improv is still good. And chorus. There we go. All right, first potion down. This one's way better. I think I've heard enough. All right, I'm convinced you have the better potion, Sylvia. Ha! Who's the underdog now? Celebrating already. Rookie mistake. That's time I showed you the error of your ways. No thanks are necessary for the lesson. I'm going to enjoy this. We'll have to see what happens next in round 2. Anticipation is a lot to handle, Robin. Care to show us your next creation? I'm one of the nobles of the continent. This is by far the most popular cure for curses, and if it's good enough for them... You know, I think my mother keeps one of these in her cupboard. Smart woman. She'll live a long life free of jinxes, hexes, and ingrown toenails. If it's good enough for mother, it's good to be worth something. But I suppose our audience will be the judge of that? What do they say? Ah, that's no paltry sum. My heart goes out to you, Sylvia. We can't possibly measure up to that. Sylvia, will you rise to the challenge? Yes, I will. Just want to double check. I don't have any other curses. Yeah, this one's good. Forget the elitism. This is a cure for everyone. It's instantly identifiable, that's for sure. And the closer I look, the more impressive it appears. Let's check in with the audience. What would they pay for this cursed cure? Not bad. Robin has the edge, however. Care to set us straight? I'm ready. All right. Ooh, not a good start. Not a good start. This might not be good. We'll see. Give the rebel voice is always a mistake. Alright, so we'll hit the jingle. We'll see how this goes. Rattle them off. Scheme. Coordinated mine. Regulated breathing is really good. We'll take it. Who's better than one is good for chorus. Tranquility is going to be great at the end of the turn. Improv. Jingle. Into scheme. We're going to go chorus. Make me do something we'll both regret. What do you mean? Regulated breathing. Can't see what my last card is. That's fine, chorus. That is... Oh, hold on. We'll do this for chorus. Can't see what my last card is. Alright. Tranquility. Regulated breathing. Chorus. Alright, we got it. We got the win! However, kid's smart. Folks, we're witnessing history unfold before our very eyes. We have a new champion, and her name is Sylvia. I did it! I won! What? No, Hey, don't feel bad. You did a great job. Shake on it? Evil laughter! That's a lot of house. Oh, Robin's dead. Robin? Tee-hee-hee-hee. What is happening right now? What, you didn't think May was Maven? You think you're surprised? I prepared for this outcome, but I never really thought it would come down to this. Who are you? What did you do to Robin? Haven't you figured it out by now? Robin is no more than a marionette, a pretty puppet that has allowed me to live among you unsuspected. I'm the true power here, the rightful mistress of all I survey. I am Maven. Maven the Witch Queen? You're alive? And you're a lizard. I didn't realize you were a lizard. What a twist! Hold on to your seats, everybody, or else proceed swiftly to the nearest exit. Laugh it up, fools. This scaly semblance is only temporary. The world has long thought me dead, but I survived. The time is nigh for my glorious return. I shall take back all that is rightfully mine, starting with the restoration of my true and proper form. I still don't understand what happened to you. The band of idiotic heroes, the ones who came here to slay me, they botched the job, but the dolts managed to blow up my laboratory in the attempt. The resulting explosion irradiated the island, and I was changed into this. Lucky for me, Squire Boy was there. My powers limited in my current undignified state, but they were more than sufficient to take control of him. I seized his mind on that day, and I've rarely let go since. No one questioned the feel-good story of the boy who triumphed over the wicked witch queen, nor did they bat an eye at this harmless little pet. You've been hiding in plain sight all along? What a trial it has been, steering Robin around, making him smile and wave and fraternize. I amassed power and wealth, but slowly, too slowly. And then Baptiste's goons managed to procure a sample of Maven Bloom, perhaps the last of its kind. Once I get my hands on it, once I have my cure, my long exile will at last be over. I won't have to tolerate you half-wits anymore. You realize this half-wit just beat you pretty resoundingly. Yes, that's inconvenient, isn't it? Fortunately, I have a backup plan. My mental magics aren't what they used to be, but over the years, every ounce of power I could spare has gone into this crystal. I've saved enough energy to change the outcome of our little contest by forcing you to see things my way. You mean... Prepare to forfeit, Sylvia. In another moment, it'll be literally the only thing on your mind. Oh, great, I'm totally screwed. Except, ever since coming to Rafter, I've faced off against one blowhard after another, and I've always come out on top. I don't have mind control magic or a mystic gem, but all the same, these days, changing people's minds is what I do. So how do I convince Maven not to zap me? I've got it. I guess I can't win. I don't have a chance. Since you've done something. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work. I won't be dissuaded by your petty taunts, nor by pathetic appeals to fairness. No surprise there. I mean, you've been trying to cheat all along, haven't you? Sylvia shows no sign of backing down. Some passed the popcorn. You've tried to steal the Maven Bloom from the guild hall. You tried to bribe me into forfeiting. And when you realized you couldn't buy or steal your way out of facing me today, you showed up with a magical trump card. It's obvious what this all adds up to, Maven. You're afraid of me. Ooh, snap! Let's go, Baptiste! I think you've been afraid of me since that very first competition. Explains why you've been dropping in on me. That's absurd. Me? Afraid of you? I dropped in on you out of a sense of morbid curiosity. Honestly, the sight of you in that sad little slantwise shop, I couldn't fathom how you managed to make it as far as you did. I thought you must have some secret, some trick. My only secret is hard work and willingness to learn. I mean, sure, my shop wasn't much to look at to begin with. We call those humble origins. I'm proud of where I'm from and what I accomplished. You could steal this contest, but you can't take that away from me. Can I, though? But I'm supposed you have a point, Sylvia. Forcing you into forfeit now would be a hollow victory. I deserve more. I deserve to crush my foe, to leave no doubt in anyone's mind about my superiority. All right, then. Have it your way. I shall leave your mind, such as it is, untouched. But the rest of the cattle assembled here today, they're about to forget all about your so-called victory. Let's try this one more time. So I actually read about this beforehand. I already knew that May was Maven, but we'll have to see what happens next in round 2. That's more like it. Huh? Round 2? We already did round 2. You know what? Fine. If that's what you want it, bring it on. Determined to rally, are you? But Rafter is still rooting for its harmless, handsome hometown hero. Alliteration, isn't it? Then ready, set for round 2. So it's round 2 again, because she did that. Transportation is a lot to handle, Robin. Care to show us your next creation? My dear friend Baptiste, for your consideration, a masterpiece. Nobles love this one. I'm sure it will remind you fondly of your mother. Seriously? You know, it does remind me of my mother, and it's hard to put a price on such a thing. Fortunately, there's not for me to decide. Audience? It's literally the same price. Well, I say you won them over. Good, let it be the end of this. And the family question is the ancient line of Monarch Magi, whose mastery of forbidden arts ended the Second Dark Age. That's not what... That's not even your line. This one's a winner, at least it was last time. It's instantly identifiable as a curse cure, that's for certain. The closer I look, the more impressive it appears. Let's check in with the audience. What would they pay for it? Not bad, Robin has the edge. Care to set us straight? Yep. So, like, literally, I already knew that this was going to happen, but it's funny. Also, we're at 6. So, weirdly enough, even with all of this, like, even with all of this, it's not terrible. Because, like, they still... I guess we still remember regulated breathing, so that makes sense. Also, we are not going to be able to draw cards here in a moment. Because if I pressure, it's going to be improv and... yeah. Okay. So she is going to stress us out, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we're going to have to go one more time, but that's fine. Regulated breathing, and we'll do a rhythm. just for sake. We'll get hit with 17, but minus 8. You're messing with the judge. How could you? Oh. Don't worry. Serenity of mind, please. 2 is better than 1. We'll hit with the chorus. Improv. Chorus. Morning Roar. Chorus. There we go. Chorus wins. I think I've heard enough. We did it for the 3rd time. Folks, we're witnessing history unfold before our very eyes. We have a new champion. And her name is Sylvia. Rafter's got a new queen of potions, and it's me. No. No! We beat Robin! No! We did it! We fucking beat Robin! How? How did this happen? Huh. Feels just as good the second time around. You want me to beat you again? Because I could do this all day? This is intolerable, unthinkable. In my prime, I could have reduced you to a smear of smoldering ash with a wave of my hand. I could have forced the crowd to tear you to pieces while chanting my name. But now it's all I can do is to retain some control of this single vessel. Without him, I can't even scratch my own nose. The stubby, scaly arms, they're worthless. And without that ingredient, this is how I will remain. Hey, listen, it's not all bad. I can plan a cutting, grow a new flower. You can try again when it blooms, in 10 years or so. I would have fallen so far, my dreams of conquest shall go unrealized, and my potions will be known far and wide as second best. Is it over? Did we win? Hush, now, we're going home. We're gonna get ice cream on the way. Okay. You won today, Sylvia, but you had better watch your back. Oh, Robin is literally just a kid. Okay. Did anyone catch all that? Because I'm pretty sure it's just saved Rafta from the vengeful return of a power-mad sorceress, no? Oh well, I saved my shop. I saved my uncle. I really did it. I won. We got the money. We did it. Beat the game 100%. Let's go. Victory, I could get used to this feeling. It wasn't always easy, but we pulled it off in the end, didn't we? It's kind of you to say we. But it's obvious who the true victor is. You're amazing, Sylvia, and the best thing I did was know when to get out of your way. If you say so, but I'm glad I didn't have to do this alone. It meant the world to me to have my Uncle Oswald by my side. Yes. Crying bowel noises. Softy. Now, are you ready to slip into something less feathery? Because I've just finished brewing a potion that I think you're gonna like. Sylvia, I couldn't make it to the tournament, but I heard the outcome. It appears you've accomplished all you set out to do. I owe you congratulations, and you owe me the remaining balance. It's all here, every beautiful copper of it. Let's go! We're debt-free! I wish I could be the same! Well, a satisfying outcome. I don't know, spending it on Mom might have been a little more satisfying. Excellent. Now, as per our agreement... Let's go! You have been released from your contract. This property is paid off in full and belongs entirely to you. That's it. I'm free now. We beat the game! Yes! As promised, I live by the letter of my contract, Sylvia. Which is why... my business is not yet concluded here. Is it, Oswald? You know? The possibility never even occurred to me. Until an owl was spotted doing Sylvia's paperwork at the licensing bureau. An owl who couldn't help himself from boasting about Sylvia's progress, with familiar pride in his voice. You very nearly got away with it. He did get away with it. It doesn't matter if you figured it out. We already paid you back. Nevertheless, Oswald's dereliction was an outrageous violation of terms. There are consequences to that. Rather severe consequences, as you'll remember from the fine print. Oh dear. That's it, then, isn't it? This is the end. It is. I'll give you a moment to say goodbye. Now hold on. You can't just... Sylvia, my girl. Let it go. I won't allow you to put yourself in harm's way for me. I'm so proud of you, Sylvia. You've accomplished incredible things. Oh, I'm going to do something incredible, all right? Just watch me. Aline, let's make a deal. I'm listening. You're so sure of your abilities, but Oswald tricked you. He was hiding right under your nose. My abilities were at fault. The transmogrification distorted the shape and scent of his soul. And what's to stop someone else from using the same trick? When word gets out about this, and it will, believe me, everyone who owes you so much as a phone call will be embracing their wild side. I sense a butt coming. Takes one to know one. Huh. It so happens I've just finished brewing the one and only antidote for transmogrification. When the potion is gone, it's gone forever. It might be the only way we can ensure no one else slips through your grasp. The potion can be yours, for a price. I think I already know what price you're asking, but I'm in the mood to haggle. Open like a pro! Times are tough, and hardworking witches like us need every possible edge. That's what this potion is. Not just a transmog cure, it's an advantage. Sure, expertise, give a convincing argument. Let's go! Start hitting the mic again. With this potion in hand, you can send a message to your clients. They'll know the changing shape won't keep them from your clutches. Close like a boss. The ingredient needed to brew this potion is gone, maybe forever. You'll never have an opportunity like this again. Going once, going twice. Very well, Sylvia. You have yourself a deal. What a difference a few weeks makes. Your skill is undeniable. I must think you went easy on me. Absolutely not. I like you, Sylvia, but I don't let sentimental creep in on business decisions. Executing Oswald's contract to the letter is good for business. However, leveraging his fate to get my hands on the potion is better for business. It's as simple as that. Brutal, but I get it. It's a brutal world, but you're well on your way. And if I might humbly suggest it, someday in the future, you may find yourself in need of an influx of capital. On that day, call on me. I'll keep a contact handy, just in case. She's gone. She's really left. Sylvia, you saved me. I owe you twice over now. I'm beginning to think you like being indebted. But you must be disappointed that you took the cure with her. I'll learn to live with it. It's almost certainly a better fate than what Helene had in store. Then you don't want the cure? Because I've got a spare. And anyway, it could be worse. I'll take feathers over scales and... What did you say? I had 2 potions. I thought I could get a nice chunk of change if I sold one to Maven. So much for that idea. But I've got the second potion here, bottled up just for you. It's pretty small, but it should be a perfect dosage given your size. I can guarantee it doesn't taste like old cabbage. I don't deserve you, Sylvia. I really don't. Aw, look at the family. Oh, come on. You didn't think I'd leave you hanging, did you? Who cares what I thought, dear niece? You've made a habit of surpassing my expectations. Every one of them. I couldn't have done any of this without you. We make a good team and we're sticking together from now on, right? Let's shake on that, just as soon as I have hands again. Does that mean you're ready to get untransmogrified? Ready as I'll ever be. Bottoms up. The Hwah is transforming! Oh, he's gold. Oh, nope, no texture. Oh, and he's steaming. This is some interesting side effects. This could take a while. And the Hwah is dead. Dear Mom and Dad, everything's going great here after. Hey, he's back! Look at that hair! Funny story, Oswald isn't dead, although I did almost kill him with one of my potions. Not on purpose. And all the confusion ended up inheriting his shop anyway. He doesn't seem bitter about it, though. We're going to be partners. I can't wait for you to see what we accomplish. All my love, Sylvia. We did it! We beat the game. 3 attempts is what it took. Look at the chickens. Oh, this is cute. I like the artwork. We beat the game. It took like a year to at least like, that's funny, to actually like beat it. Well, we did it. I'm glad I beat it, honestly. I'm glad I played the game. If I'm being, ooh, sorry, a little spicy there. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of kids. New single, Sid. Sorry, I'll talk about my thoughts on the game in a bit. I'm loving these. Look at the cats. Aw. Of course, I can still be a rainbow poop. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. And now she could do all the magic. Thanks, Hwah. Appreciate it. Quinn's drinking slimes. Oh, that's not good. Thanks for playing. Hope to see you again soon. I think that's a lie and a half, but I'll go over that in a bit. We did it. We've 100%ed the game. So let's talk about the game, because I have a lot to say. If you asked me a year ago what I thought about this game, I would say it would be fantastic. It was very, very difficult, but like it felt like it was always moving forward and had a lot of good quirky characters, a lot of heart, a lot of soul poured into it, and really felt like a really good game that was gearing up to a good finale. But I was so frustrated on my first 2 runs that I couldn't get past week 3 that we were having trouble. Like we really were having a lot of trouble through like week 3 specifically. Luckily, years passed. People have made spreadsheets that do everything for you now. They've figured out the best potion combination or ingredient combinations. They figured out how to, like, everyone's gifts, specifics, all that sort of stuff. They solved all of it, right? And if I were going to play this game, use those resources. I'm hoping once I get all the VOD stuff figured out and whatnot, that there should be a link in the description for the copy of the spreadsheet I use, as well as the name of the person who created it, because I want to give them their credit. Absolutely. I had made a copy of it so I could put my own ingredients into it, so that way I'm not fighting with everybody else. Because good old Google Sheets does that. So I'm gonna have to find the copy again. But when I do, I'll be able to put it back up. But that's the thing. If you're playing this game a year ago, I would imagine you did not have fun with this game. Especially like trying to make all the potions. I imagine a lot of people got stuck at week 3 and 4 and probably just didn't have too much fun with it until they figured out what the masterwork potions entailed. Now, a year later, actually almost 2 years later, because it says 2022 in the bottom, but I'm going to say about a year because it's been a little bit. This game had so much potential and dropped it. That is my thoughts on this game, because weeks 1 through 3 are really good for setting the stage, making the different potions, getting used to the mechanics, learning about all the different quirky characters and everything, and getting a card deck built to do well later on in the game. Like, that is a big thing with Potionomics, is you're learning and making better potions slowly but surely, going to different places. Then you get to week 4, and I have this belief that this game was not really intended to be beaten after week 3, or should not be beaten until after week 3. What up, Spring? How's it going? Over on YouTube. So the reason I say this is because the game feels so unfinished and so empty after week 3, which is surprising because week 3 was as far as I got, right? You get the slimes in week 3. You meet Corsac and his amazing cards. We get a third hero in Corsac. Like, there's a lot that works in week 3, and you're learning about all the different potions and you're making them and going out and getting ingredients. But then you get to week 4. You lose every reason to go out and do expeditions for potions, because not only at that point, spreadsheet notwithstanding, you now know how to make the masterwork potions to the point where you can make like 100k, 200k in like 3 or 4 days, and you never have to make a potion ever again. And as seen with the stream series, we didn't for the latter half of week 4 and the entirety of week 5. Never had to make a potion, which seemed weird. You didn't have to go do expeditions ever again because there was no point. Half and then also before that, half of the shops in the game had no real use. As much as I like Roxanne and Luna, using Luna's marketing, very, very situational and never really worth it. Roxanne, yes, can help, but there comes a point where it just does. It's the pros or the cons outweigh the pros in Roxanne's case. Muktuk stops being useful as soon as you maxed out the Arctic cauldrons, which, on that note, the cauldrons and the shelves, there's no point to them after a specific point, and even the variety of cauldrons makes no sense because there's one that's clearly better and the rest suck. Shelves, on the other hand, you could still balance that, but like cauldrons, you get the one and it's done. Lurk, I still gotta get the spot set up for YouTube. I'm sorry, Spring. Or no, it's already set up on YouTube. It's on Twitch. I think the bot's sleeping. Or there's no lurk come in. I gotta figure that out. But appreciate the lurk. We're about to end off here and we're gonna be streaming another game thing. No, it doesn't really matter. Like, just doing that makes you feel better, but it's technically never been a thing. But anyway, yeah, this game just doesn't feel finished after week 4 and 5. Like, if this game was just the first 3 weeks and that was the game, I think I would be actually like really happy about that. Like, just starting off, if it was just the first 3 weeks, because then it, you know, built up to that. It was very difficult and everything should be fine at that point. But week 4 just felt empty after you've made all the potions, And week 5 was just hanging out with people if you haven't, or just skipping to the end of the game. Like, literally, if you weren't going for 100% and trying to get all the cards, you could just skip through and sleep through the last week. And you're done. Or last 10 days, rather. Like, it's weeks, but it's like 10 days. Regardless. That's the entire gist. And then there's the fact that, like, some of the names weren't showing up properly. There was some speech bubbles that were not associated with the right characters. Sid's animation was still broken a year later. Like, all of those I really feel like should have been fixed, and they weren't. So, like, it feels like this is an unfinished game. And especially with the fact that, like, this is a single player experience where you are going from point A to point B, but with the amount of variety with this potion making game, they're 100%, I agree with, like, what people have been saying a year ago about wanting an endless mode. There should be an endless mode in this game, because there was another game, what is it, Potion Maker? I think it's called Potion Craft, which is it's something similar, just not as story based and not as stylized as this game. But it's technically endless, and from what I've heard, a whole lot of fun. But this game isn't endless. There's a finite end, but the last 2 weeks just feel like a slog to get through, because once you get enough money, there's nothing to do. And the characters are all really cool, and I like the whole fact that each one of them focuses on a different, like, idea, like I mentioned. But it never felt like there was a real reason to care about the characters, except for Roxanne and Corsac. Everyone else, like, kind of shows up from time to time, and, like, yeah, you have to use them for things, but there never really felt like there was a reason to meet them and, like, learn more about them. Especially, like, Luna and Sid. Like, as much as I like Sid, there's never really a reason to learn about Sid. Heck, Sid you could completely not have to worry about and just ignore the custom order to never unlock Sid. And Luna, there's no real connection there, especially with how useless her shop feels. It feels like this game is unfinished. That's the best way I could put it. And why am I bringing this all up now, and why are we playing this all now? I wasn't also just playing this game because I needed to finish it. That was kind of the side reason, but why is this time specifically? Because at the time of this stream series, the master edition of the game, I think, is either already released or about to release for the Switch, which is like a deluxe edition of this game. But from what I understand, it's this game that you just saw. Like, there's no new features, there's no fixes, there's no endless mode, there's no, like the difficulty curve doesn't, from it sounds like it's still going to just stagnate through weeks 4 and 5. So if you really like how this game looks and the characters and everything, which, I mean, the characters are cool for what they are, there's some really good ones in there, and, like, I love the style and the look of the game, but that's really, I feel like, all this game has going for it. I'm hoping I'm proven wrong that the master mode, or the master edition, does have more content in it. That would be cool. Maybe a week 6, so you could play the game after, like, after beating Robin. And maybe there, like, could be some side story stuff, working on some other things, or just, like, making different potion combinations to figure out how to make the best potion, unlocking all the ingredients, like, stuff like that, I think would be cool. But, like, there still feels like there's stuff missing from this game. It's a good game. I would give it, like, a 6 out of 10. But there's just stuff that it feels like it's missing. When I played through this game originally, I know a few people compared it to Resetir, which is another game that I own. I might play Resetir to see how that one compares to Potionomics, and also Potion Craft in the future. I know that game is supposed to be really fun and really, really good, so we'll see about that. But as it stands for Potionomics, that's my brief thoughts on the game. I do want to have Potionomics be the first of, like, the videos I make, just to, like, start off. And the video I'm planning for Potionomics, if you're watching this in the future, and hopefully it's out by then, you've already seen it. If you're watching this live or shortly after, the idea that I have is I want to talk about how, like, the good point, like, kind of breaking it down as a review of how good Potionomics is, but why you should stop playing this game after week 3 rather than continuing on to week 4 and 5, and what should be improved in 4 and 5, in my opinion. And I get it. Opinions, everyone has them. Not everyone likes to hear about them. I do think this game could definitely be a lot better, and there could be things added to it, and I'm really hoping that that Master difficulty, or the Master Edition, has more. So far, the Switch Edition has voice acting in 2 additional difficulty settings. I heard about the voice acting. I did hear about that, which is cool, but, like, that seems let's see. Potionomics Master Edition. Masterbook Edition. So let's see. So how much does it cost here? So it's going to be pre-order for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, not for PC, which, you know, I guess that's fine. It does add the endless mode. Okay, it does add the endless mode. I was hearing that it didn't have the endless mode. My apologies. So the endless mode might make it like a 7 or an 8, maybe. I'd probably say about a 7. Voice acting, cool. Some people like it, some people don't. I would be interested to hear about the voiceover. I think that'd be cool. Means I can say my voice. But I see the 2 difficulties causing capitalism. I should have looked this up beforehand. I'm sorry. I was told that there was no endless mode ever, but I guess I just missed it all. Maybe people were speculating about it is what I was reading. I don't know. But anywho, endless mode. See, endless mode would be cool, but also, like, endless mode would be cool. What up, D's? It would be cool, but the only thing with endless mode that I'm worried about, because while that will help with it, is endless mode post-campaign, or is it a separate instance, right? That's what I want to know. If it's post-story mode, changes will be made available to the PC version. Yeah, no, I see that here. PC version of Potionomics simultaneously with the release of the Masterwork Edition. Okay. So we might get one more stream of this game. Who knows? I'm torn. I'm worried. Been torn. Hold on. Let me see. I just want to see something. Man, a year or 2 later, though? Also, there's like the voiceover, but I'm not hearing it right now because I have it muted. Let me see. Because I'm gonna talk about something else, but give me 1 second. Usual things. Baptiste, Quinn. Talk. I love how in the Masterwork trailer, sorry, I'm just Masterwork Edition trailer, it shows the Sid and Sylvia kiss when that was missing from the base game. In fact. I mean, I like the fluidity of it. Here's my worry, though. Here's my worry, okay? Endless mode, if it's after the story mode, means that you're already, like, you've beaten the game. There's nothing else to really do. So, like, if it's after story mode, is there additional content also within Endless mode where you maybe get some side stuff about human Oswald or, like, some of the other characters? And are you just trying to make the most expensive potion? Like, that would be cool, but I'm gonna hope that Endless mode, my hope, this is my own personal hope, that Endless mode is separate from the main game. Where instead of like doing the campaign and working up for those potions, you start off Endless mode at like a base game, right? Like base everything. And Quinn's level 1, Corsax level 1, Sid's level 1, everyone's level 1, and you have to give them gifts and everything, while also still making potions till the end. Like, you don't have to worry about the competitions. I would hope that the endless mode is separate from the main game. That's my hope. There's probably, based on on what I'm reading, like from the website and the announcement trailer, it doesn't say. I imagine there's probably an article somewhere that does, that War will find in a moment and tell me. But I do hope that the endless mode is like separate from the main game, because I think that would be fun to play through, because then you don't feel like there's like that bad of a curve. And really, I feel like that should just be the game itself would be the endless mode, but that's my opinion there. It also says cozy and capitalism difficulty levels. Cozy definitely would be super easy for like story mode. Capitalism mode, I would imagine capitalism mode would be harder, but I don't know how, like, making this game harder worries me, because if you don't know what you're doing or you're starting this game out, week 2 and week 3 will stop you, right? Like week 2 and week 3 will absolutely stop you. So I'm hoping that like normal mode is easier than what this playthrough was. Capitalism would be the same week 1 and 2 that we know, and then week 3, 4, and 5 would be a whole lot harder. That's what I'm hoping, but it would be hard to say. But I guess we can see it when it releases. Doesn't hurt, right? Doesn't hurt at all. But like, it's still odd that they do this endless mode like a year later. But I think it might be just a smaller team. I don't know. I tend to feel bad when I'm like ragging on a game, because I'm just like, there's things that just feel like they're missing, and just, I think the reason I'm like being so harsh is just the week 4 and 5 in this game really just left a bad taste in my mouth, because we made a masterwork potion. We made like one set of masterwork potions, the tolerance potions. We made 150k gold, and then we never had to make another potion except for the final. And all it was just reading. So that might be why I'm a little like, the end of this game was barren. Please add stuff. We'll see though. We'll see. But yeah, I'll take a look at Masterwork Edition when it releases. It says fall of 2024. So I'd imagine it's like probably like September or October. Maybe we get to hear everyone's voices. Once again, if the endless mode though is like we restart everything and there's no competition, it might be worth going into. We'll see. But anyway, that is going to be it for Potionomics. I know today was like late in streams, but we are going to do one more stream gaming today. Or stream today, excuse me. What time is it? 10? Give me about like an hour. Probably do some Viva Pinata here in a little bit. I just got to get that set up. And hopefully not break. That'd be cool. But thank you for watching Potionomics. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all enjoyed the game. If you're interested in that Masterwork Edition when it comes out, my thought with that Masterwork Edition, if you like potion making games, get it. If you want to wait a little bit, I'll do a stream when Masterwork Edition comes out to see the new stuff. And that way, maybe we can get an idea of if you should buy it or not, for the new stuff. We'll see. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name's Katafi, and I'll see you all next time for some more variety gaming. See you all later. Peace. Bye, everyone.